No, God is always there for me. Yeah, through the sunshine or through the rain, through the pleasure or through the pain, God is always there for me. So I met this old man. He was so poor, didn't hold no bed, so we slept on the floor. He's always smiling, never heard him complain. He said I've proven God again and again. So no matter what the circumstances may be, God is always there for me. Yeah. Through the sunshine or through the rain, through the pleasure or through the pain, God is always there for me. No matter what the circumstances may be, yeah, God is always there for me. Yeah. Through the good times or through the bad, through the happy times or through the sad, God is always there for me. The landlord wears the rent, school fee too, partner drop bonds, and the youth them need you. Friends all ask me what I'm gonna do. I smile and tell them that God will see me through. No matter what the circumstances may be, yeah, God is always there for me. Yeah, through the sunshine or through.
Afternoon to all my listeners and viewers. Welcome to Rebel Radio. Friday. Yes, big day at Rebel Radio. And as usual, we have lots of information for you. Yes, and we'll be tackling some important issues. You know, yesterday was the budget. Yes, the Minister of Finance presented the budget to us yesterday, and some new taxes. Yes, all the sugary drinks, sodas, orange juices, all those sweet juices, they have been taxed. Yes, we'll talk some more about the tax package this afternoon. We also note that the government signaled its intention to continue taking the people's money from the NHT. You remember that the NHT was created in '76. to address the housing problem in the country. That was why the NHT came on the scene, you know. But the government has indicated that, you know, it is going to continue taking billions out of the trust. And we have not heard from them any plans to improve the housing stock. Boy, this is really, really a blow for, you know, the ordinary people. Okay, let us have a discussion on that with the opposition spokesman on housing and development, Professor Floyd Morris. Good evening, Professor.
Hey, how you doing, my friend?
That's so well. I am supposed to be doing okay.
Well, you know, I hope you are well, you know? I hope you are well.
So So the government has indicated its intention to continue raiding the NHT. And Professor, you know, this is not good news at all, because we must remember what the NHT was created for. It was I was at the arena when that announcement was made in 1976. I remember that very clearly, right? Yes. And the government, well, based on what was presented yesterday, we haven't heard from them what are their plans to address the housing stock in the country at all. What is your take on this, Professor?
Well, you know, just like yourself, I'm very disappointed, and I am angry at the continuation of this thing, because the government is being hypocritical. Because you will recall that in 2013, as a part of the emergency measures, based on the precarious position we found ourselves in after the government had abandoned the IMF program in 2011, a number of measures had to put in place to meet the demands of the international financial community. And one of them was the $11.4 billion extraction from the trust. And that was scheduled to end in 2017. It was never the PNP's intention to continue with that extraction thereafter. But the government has now institutionalized the raiding of the barn. They have now institutionalized it because they are now in their 10th year of collecting money from the 11.4 billion from the NHD and prepared to go to another 5 years, whilst carrying a mantra and a narrative of no new taxes in 10 years, which is false. Because if it is that the NHT has been given a mandate to collect contributors' money to build affordable houses, and the government decide that, okay, we're gonna take out some of that money. I think it's over $50 billion a year that flows into the NHT as a result of contribution from employees, right? So if the government go inside there and take out $11.4 billion on a consistent basis, you know, it's a form of indirect taxation, huh?
Okay.
You have no converted voluntary contribution to the NHD into a tax. So this narrative of no new taxes over 10 years falls.
Yes.
But be as it may, we cannot afford to continue to raid the barn, as said in the Gleaner article. You know, I mean, we have to find a better way to deal with these things.
Yes.
You know, I mean, I want to ask a question, because I heard the government said it in the throne speech yesterday, and I heard some of the senators' government highlighting it in their presentation. This $6.6 billion US worth of funding that they said that the government has secured in record time. What is that about? Is that is going to come into the economy, and if that money is available to the government of Jamaica, why is it that they are raiding the bank? I need some explanation. I need to know what is really happening here.
Yes. We are going to try to get some answers for that. Yes, because at the same time...
Battery level is at 100%. Your device is being charged.
At the same time, Professor, one of the things that I did hear from the throne speech, I don't know if you heard, did you hear of plans to improve the housing stock this year?
I heard, I don't recall her hearing anything more than they have embarked on the housing restoration program, and that they did assess, I think it was 90,000 households across the country, and that they were, everything for the government is in the superlative, it's the first in the history of Jamaica, and in record time, and it's a lot of superlative, but the reality on the ground doesn't match what the government is saying, because the people not getting the support that they want or desire from the government during the hurricane have moved on life. The government said 900,000 people have been affected by the hurricane, and the government don't distribute 500,000 packages to the people of this country. So I don't know. The people out there are hungry. The people out there are suffering. I've spoken to the members of parliament down the west. Poor my friend Dayton Campbell. I feel it team. Because he's carrying the burden of the constituency on his shoulders.
Yes.
So I don't hear no comprehensive plan to deal with the housing situation. I was told that the first 500 houses would have come into the country in February. We are now in where I don't hear anything.
Yes. And they continue to take out money out of the trust. And while they have not announced any plans to prepare to build houses for the ordinary Jamaicans. Now this is...
I was looking at the numbers, right?
Yes.
And if I use the model of housing, which a 1-bedroom with their model, 11.4 billion would build about 1,000 houses for people across this country. 1,000 more houses. Under the PNP's model, we would have brought to market a housing unit at about 6.5 million.
Yes.
Right? So we would be able to bring well over 1,500 houses to market with that $11 billion.
Yes.
Right? I mean, we need to, that's why I say, we need to repurpose the NHT, right? Because it has to be brought back to its pure mandate, right? This year, it's $114 billion that the Andrew Holness-led administration would have taken out of the NH. $114 billion. And the PNP would have taken out in the 3-year period, let me see, it would be 34.2 billion.
Yes.
34.2 billion. Right? So all told is $148.2 billion out of the NHT.
Yes.
Right? And that is why when we were in the election, one of the things that we said that we would do in order to give back to the people, we would not include the land portion of the housing cost in final selling price, which would result in a significant reduction in the price of houses.
Yes.
Right? So, I am very concerned about what is taking place here.
Yes.
Very much concerned.
Another thing, Professor, is that this restoration process, and I'm talking about the housing now, it requires a serious land reform program, because many of those victims, they are landless. So
yes.
So you can't build. I don't think you can build back for them unless you provide them with some land, and therefore the government need to address that issue.
Well, I will tell you that, we had land reform as a major plank of our campaign, and we were going to reduce the number of years that it takes an individual who is residing on Crown land.
Yes.
The number of years that you have to live on it before you can apply for the title.
Yes.
From 60 years to 25 years.
Yes.
And when we did our calculation based on the available data, between 400,000 to 500,000 individuals would have benefited.
Okay.
Right? And if you do the multiplication and you look at property taxes and all the other attending taxes that would flow from the formalization of these land transactions, the NHD.
Yes.
There would be no need to read the NHT because we would have collect more taxes. During the election, I heard my leader indicating that it was over $1 trillion that would have been released in the economy as a result of us freeing up some of those land for our citizens.
Yes.
Right? And so I don't know where the government is at with that now, because if they are going to build back Westmoreland and St. Elizabeth, the issue of land reform,
Yes, of course.
must play a preeminent role.
Yes. We sincerely hope that they have that on their agenda, because that is necessary.
Yeah.
Right? And the other thing, Professor, one of the things that we have to ensure that in this restoration process that we do everything possible to get the people to abide by serious building codes. In other words, what we want, we don't want the people to build back just in the name of building back. We want them to build back so that it's sustainable buildings, because we must do whatever, we must learn from this hurricane, Melissa, and we must do things differently, right? So I only hope the municipalities and those responsible for ensuring that buildings are done properly, I only hope that they are taking a look at this.
Yes, I hope so too. I hope so too, because we have to, when we're talking about resilience, we are looking at building back better than what exists, and we have a grand opportunity for that.
Yes, of course.
But the municipal corporations must enforce the regulations.
Yes, of course. We must do that, because we have to protect ourselves. We have to put up sustainable structures. Yes, it's very important. So, as it stands right now, Professor, based on what you have seen and what you have heard, it would appear as if the government has abandoned the NHT.
Well, I mean, save and except that they are using it as a ATM machine, They're just going and take out as they please, right? But what is disgusting for me is that this institution so much to Jamaica over the past 50 years. And in the budget, the throne speech, and I'm not attacking the GG, because I know the GG just read what I'm giving, right? That's how governments and the throne speech operate, right? But I say that it can't be that the institution gives such seminal contribution to make, and because your party embarked on the establishment of it, because your party did introduce it, you are going to ignore the colossus in the Jamaican development trajectory.
Yes.
It's a disgrace. It is scandalous. Scandalous, and I'm calling upon Prime Minister Holness, who carries the subject line for housing, to bring restitution to this matter. The NHT became 50 on the 1st of January. Yes. Today is the 13th of February. and not a statement in Parliament from the minister about the NHP. What can go so?
Yes. Yes. Professor, they have, they left that off their agenda. It is clear. But something, one would have thought that the JLP would have improved on its record of providing housing for the people. Because we're talking about the Jamaican people, we're not talking about whether you're a PNP or a JLP. That does not matter. But when you look at the record over the years, and one would have thought that we have grown now, and therefore the government, the party which forms the government now, right, and as would have taken a more serious look of making sure that you do something to provide affordable housing for the people. But unfortunately, the government seems to be, I don't know, they have turned their backs on that, and that is totally unacceptable.
Yeah. Totally unacceptable.
Yes, sir.
Totally unacceptable. Yeah.
Well, we have to see what is going to happen. Well, they have presented a new tax package, and we have to look at that now to see how it is going to impact, because based on what happened to the economy as a result of Melissa, one would have imagined that one of the things that the economy need now is some injection and additional taxes. Additional taxes is not going to help to resurrect the economy at all. It is not going to. Right? But
I say I am shocked at the whole operation of the government, and what they're trying to do is to exploit the masses by saying that, we have to do this because of the hurricane. We have to do this. But at the same time, they are telling the people that they have received an envelope of $6.6 billion US dollars.
yes.
That is, from my mathematical calculation, almost $1.3 trillion.
Yes.
Where is that money?
Yes. We will have to make an effort to find out, if those what those funds are going to be used for. We want to know. Yes.
Yes.
Because as you say, we have to keep the government, ask the government to account. That is one of the things that we want. Yes. Well, Professor, I want to thank you for your time, and we have to, keep our eyes and focus on what is happening, because these are serious times. Thank you very much, Professor.
My brother, God bless you.
Okay, sir. That was Professor.
All right.
It was Professor Floyd Morris there. He's the spokesman on housing and sustainable development. Yes. As we say, we have to keep an eye on what is happening, because we have not seen. One thing we can say, we know that this tax package is not going to, put life into the economy. No, it is not going to. So we will watch to see what is going to happen. Let us take a break now. This is Rebel Radio.
It's the Everybody Sale at New Budget Supplies. Do-it-yourself professionals and contractors. This is the sale for you. Lumber, steel, dress and form ply, water tanks, pumps, PVC pipes and fittings, toilets, bathtubs, vanities and basins, windows, paint, doors, floor and wall tiles, thin sets and grout. Up to 20% off selected items. 195 Hagleyburg Road. Telephone 923-4560. New Budget Supplies. Always the best prices.
Tools, hardware, and supplies is turning up the heat this summer with their super saving summer sale. Prices are slashed on everything you need to fix up your home. Beautiful tiles, sleek doors, top quality windows, modern sanitary ware, exclusive flooring, and more. At Tools, hardware, and supplies, we have you covered for the summer.
So come visit us at 279 Spanish Town Road, 4 South Camp Road, 8 Red Hills Road,
or online at toolsja.com.
Tools!
The Lion King of Hard
Oh, Jamaica eyes were built with fire, passion and vibes, and through it all there's a glow inside. Let's keep our shine alive.
From the market to the factory floors, from the hillside green to golden shores,
We're reaching heights, energy that lights the sky.
JPS, power in what matters.
Yes, welcome back to Rebel Radio. And, we are going over to Gaza now to, we have to keep informed, keep abreast of what is happening to our brothers and sisters over there in Gaza. It's very tough on them over there. And the world has turned its attention away from them, but the situation is very, very tough. Let's welcome Libre. Hello, Libre, how are you?
Peace, brother. I'm doing okay. Alhamdulillah, I am alive.
Yes, sir. What is the situation like over there in Gaza now? How is it?
Well, the situation continues to get where the genocide continues. I just made a post today about a warehouse that caught on fire not so far from where we are, and truckloads worth of tents were burned, along with humanitarian aid. And so it was difficult to put out the fire because there is an intentional blockade where we're not able to access the necessary equipment needed to be able to address emergencies. Since the beginning of the so-called ceasefire, which I just properly referred to as a slower genocide, it's been about 4 months. In these 4 months, there's been over 1,600 violations of the ceasefire by the Israeli occupation forces. Over 1,500 people have been wounded, and over 591 Gazans have been massacred. The question is, why are people not talking about this as much? And And why do people think there's a ceasefire when, you know, the reality on the ground shows that that there is in fact no ceasefire?
But by the way, Lyra, just repeat, how many people do you say have been killed?
Say that again, brother?
How many people have been killed since the ceasefire was announced?
591.
591.
591.
Wow.
Yes.
Yes. So the bombings continue.
The bombings continue. There are drone strikes. Now there are snipers that are shooting at people. As of about last week, there have been consistent sightings and people being snipers in the north of Gaza, a little bit north of Gaza City, where I am right now. So that means that military troops are getting closer to Gaza City, and that there are actually troops on the ground shooting at people, which is a huge concern. And so we're just being vigilant, very aware of everything happening right now, because everything that I just said, Netanyahu recently had a meeting in the U.S., and part of the reason why they had a meeting is because the Israelis are planning to do a new military operation. In the claiming is that they're going to disarm the resistance. What we know, based on the track record of the Israelis, is they don't care about Gazans, and they're looking for an excuse to they're looking aside, and so the reason is that they're going to disarm Hamas. Now, the scary part about this new military operation is that this is the first time that the Israelis are able to do a military operation with no Zionist hostages. So there are no more Israeli hostages in the Gaza Strip, which means what we can anticipate is indiscriminate bombing, indiscriminate massacres, and possible closures of the border to starve the population, and to use the excuse that this is somehow an attack on the resistance, when it's just actually their plan to continue the ethnic cleansing and genocide of Palestinians in Gaza.
Yes. So let me ask you, do you know at this time if the Israeli military, are they engaged with Hamas fighters? Are they exchanging shots with Hamas fighters?
No, I mean, without any real proof. So that ambiguous. I don't know, because the Israelis have been known to lie. They say, that part of the reason that they're going to do this military operation is to ensure that the resistance is disarmed. But it's just, for me, it's just an excuse. And even if they were under international law, the Palestinian resistance is the only lawful thing that is happening right now, because Palestinians have a right to resist, and it's a civilian population against a foreign military that has been committing a genocide.
Yes. And what is the status of, people accessing like water, medicine, and food? Has that improved, or it is still difficult?
what I will say is there has been up to this point about 23% of the trucks that are supposed to be coming in to the Gaza Strip are making it to the population. This is a slight increase from the last time that we talked.
Yes.
So there is a bit more food on the market. Again, always understanding that just because there are things here doesn't mean that it's accessible for everyday people that don't have jobs due to the genocide. But the market, there is more on the market. In terms of access to water and medicine, those have become more difficult. There have been intentional attacks on water infrastructure since the last time we talked. In Mirage, which is in the middle parts of Gaza, there was probably one of the larger water desalination plants and water wells, and just last week there was so that affects the water for about we can say about 1/3 of the population here in the Gaza Strip, and a population that's already suffering from a lack of water. And we're also preparing to go into Ramadan, and so a lot of these things are increasingly important because we already have a lack of them, and as people go into fasting, we will have access to these fasts. In terms of medicine, the Israelis are still blocking the entrance of medicine and any medical equipment. The hospitals are going through a very difficult time where they do not have access to even painkillers, like everyday painkillers are hospitals, along with and fuel. There's fuel is being very limited, and as I've talked before, the hospital runs on fuel because the generators that run the hospital run on fuel, and the hospitals have had services. They're not able to provide medical attention to people, and we're talking about like life-saving things. So the few dialysis machines that exist in the Gaza Strip are not able to function on a consistent basis. People that get dialysis treatment need to go through a process that takes at least 4 hours a day. So what they're doing, instead of allowing people to come to do their dialysis treatments on a consistent basis, is they'll have to take turns. So maybe they'll have to skip a day for their dialysis treatment. This could lead to life-threatening side effects, and people have already died due to not having access to the proper medical treatment under these conditions. So medically, in the terms of the medical infrastructure and in terms of water infrastructure, it has significantly gotten worse.
Yes. And I remember the last time we spoke, you said that it was the Israelis were preventing shelters from entering, and the people were living under tents that were badly damaged. So how is the housing situation in Gaza now? Has it improved?
In terms of the temporary shelters, the tents, so none of the mobile homes have been allowed into the Gaza Strip, but there have been limited numbers of tents that have come in. Unfortunately, it's not only is it not enough, and not only are tents not a dignified way of living. But just today, in a warehouse, 10 truckload tents and humanitarian aid went up in flames and is no longer available to the to people in North Gaza, and so we're trying to figure out. We're not going to be able to get in what is needed in a timely manner, and unfortunately, that we can't control, a fire broke out in a warehouse that had a lot of aid that was going to be distributing tents, went up in flames, and it's not like we can easily replace this. So the situation continues to be very difficult. The Israelis choose when they allow things in. Sometimes they'll let things in, sometimes they won't. It's a very ambiguous process, and it leads to a very difficult reality here on the ground.
Mm-hmm. Well, are you able to say what caused that fire?
We don't know. We don't know.
I see.
Is speculation. So we're trying to figure it out. It took, it took the civil defense about 7 hours to put this fire out. In those 7 hours, the warehouse is on the bottom, and then there's people that live above. It's a resident.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
People are now forcibly displaced because everything went up in flames and smoke. Because there's so much rubble, the water trucks that went to help to put the fire out weren't able to reach the building to get hose to put the fire out. But again, it was very difficult due to lack of infrastructure and proper equipment. What took 7 hours very easily controlled in less than an hour, if there weren't the rubble stopping us from getting to the buildings and access to consistent water and fuel for the trucks to make it to the warehouse.
Yes. So you say more since the last time we spoke, more food are now on the shelves, right? But
yes,
it is still difficult for people to buy the food because many people are not working, and therefore it is difficult to access food.
Correct.
Yes. And the last report I saw where there that since the so-called peace treaty, a number of children have been killed. What about schools? Are schools open now? Some schools are open.
What exists now is technically called temporary learning spaces, and why are they called that? They're not actual schools because the children are not able to be in these places all day. So typically, what these temporary learning spaces look like is that students will go to school in 2 to 3 hour rotations. So the first rotation the first 2 rotations will be the girl students going through 3 to 4 different subjects depending on what's available, and then the second half will be the boys, and classes will finish maybe around 2 p.m. So between 7 a.m. and 2 p.m. there will be 4 rotations of students going through these temporary learning spaces where they'll be able to have limited access to a limited amount of courses. the important thing to note about these is that these are not safe learning spaces. About three, there was a series of bombings on 3 of these learning parts of the Gaza Strip. So we're talking about, parents taking their young children to a space where they're supposed to be learning, and this place becomes the site of a massacre. Parents and students died, teachers died, and this the fact that there's really no safe space in the Gaza Strip. So there are limited learning spaces. There is one institution, I believe it's called the College, if I'm not mistaken, that has started in-person learning with university students, and some of the universities have started limited virtual courses for students that have access to internet or internet and a laptop. So it's very limited. We can't say that people are back in school in that 8-hour or 6 to 8 hour school where they have a desk. Sometimes, most times, they don't have books, right? Everyone's sharing one book, and everyone's trying to listen to the teacher over the sound of the drones. And so it's a very fragile situation.
Oh my. Oh, Liber, that is really, really, really terrible, because the youngsters are out of school, hospitals are down, people are not working, people are sick, people can't get water, people can't get chef food, houses to live, and it must be terrible over there in Gaza. What about those, I recall that last year the Israelis had signaled that they want some of the hate groups to leave. They want to close down some of them. Are they still doing that, or have they done that?
Close down some of the what? I'm sorry.
Some of the NGOs that were operating in the area that they wanted.
Yes. So yes, that is happening. End of this month, any of the NGOs that did not comply with the new rules that the Israelis created. So just for the listeners that may not be aware, the Israelis passed a new law that requires international organizations to provide a list of employees, Palestinian employees, to the Israeli occupation forces. Now, why is this a problem? Well, if you're an international organization that's working, let's say, around health, and you employ Palestinians here in the Gaza Strip to work with you, why would you give that information? There's no reasonable cause or any reason to give the Israelis this information. Why would the Israelis want this information? Well, what the track record shows is that Israelis have used information to target specific people and kill them, and they've massacred thousands of medical workers. Over 400 medical workers are currently being held in Israeli prisons, including Dr. Abu Safiya, along with other medical workers, and so. Not only does it not make sense to share this information, and it's a violation of international law, but it also puts the Palestinians at a higher risk of being targeted, because the Israelis would have more information, more intel on where people are working, and where they could possibly use the drones to target them using artificial intelligence. So this is a very dangerous thing. The organizations that have chosen not to give that information will to stop operations the end of this month. So in about 2 weeks, they won't be able to bring anybody in or out of the Gaza Strip with their organization. Some organizations have information, but this is part of a larger issue, which is the nonprofit industrial complex that doesn't understand the sanctity and the morale behind being in solidarity with Gazans, using that to collaborate with the Israeli occupation forces, the most well-documented genocide. It just doesn't make sense that any organization that actually cares about the people here, that they would give that information away. And some might say, oh, but we're providing life-saving services. Okay, let all the internationals go and allow the Gazans to run it on their own and provide them with the resources to continue to run these services. Because at the end of the day, you know, the problem with a lot of the international institutions is that they want to find a reason to stay. And what they should be doing is finding a reason to build infrastructure so that the Gazans can be sustainable and function on their own without any outside intervention. That should be the goal.
Yes, sir. Well, let us see what is going to happen in the coming weeks. But as we speak, we can say that the situation in Gaza is, terrible situation down there. People are still not able to access clean drinking water, medicine, and housing. Yes, and I can well imagine that people are living outdoors as we speak. And as you just heard that since the peace plan, 591 persons have been killed. Right. And the killing continues. Children not going to school. Schools are not open. Yes. And as you know, the entire infrastructure in Gaza has been destroyed by bombings, which continues. So, as we speak, Libre, the situation, you would say that the Gazans are still, hanging by a thread, right? And the killings continue. Am I right with that?
Yes, you're right. The genocide is picking back up, and because the Israelis are announcing a new military operation that will take place during Ramadan, we're not really sure. It's a very dangerous possibility that if they start a new military operation, that we will see a large number of massacres and intentional destruction, because there's nothing stopping them now. There are no more Israeli hostages, and that is a very dangerous for us to be in, because we didn't have much protection before, and now there's nothing holding them back.
Okay. Libre, I want to thank you very much for your time, and as you know, we have to continue to talk to keep our eyes on what is happening, our eyes and ears on what is happening to our brothers over there. So you take good care of yourself and stay safe.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Appreciate you.
Yes, thank you very much. Yes, that was Libre, keeping us abreast of what is happening in Gaza. And as you heard from him there, that the situation is terrible. Yes, very, very. You know, people are still suffering. Bombings continue. People are denied just basic things that, you know, they need. Food, water, shelter, not available. The massacre continues against the people. Let us take a break now. This is Rebel Radio.
It's the Everybody Sale at New Budget Supplies. Do-it-yourself professionals and contractors. This is the sale for you. Lumber, steel, dress and form ply, water tanks, pumps, PVC pipes and fittings, toilets, bathtubs, vanities and basins, windows, paint, doors, floor and wall tiles, thin sets and grout. Up to 20% off selected items. 195 Hagleyburg Road. Telephone 923-4560. New Budget Supplies. Always the best prices.
Tools, Hardware and Supplies is turning up the heat this summer with their super saving summer sale. Prices are slashed on everything you need to fix up your home. Beautiful tiles, sleek doors, top quality windows, modern sanitary ware, exclusive flooring and more. At Tools, Hardware and Supplies, we have you covered for the summer.
So come visit us at 279 Spanish Town Road, 4 South Camp Road, 8 Red Hills Road,
or online at toolsja.com.
Tools!
The Lion King of Hardware.
Oh, Jamaica rise, we're built with fire, passion and vibes, and through it all there's a glow inside. Let's keep our shine alive.
From the market to the factory floors, from the hillside green to golden shores,
we're reaching heights, our energy that lights the sky.
JPS, power in what matters.
This whole sinful world, only a comfort I can't afford. Striving alone to face temptation, so where do I go but to my Lord? Where do I go? Where do I go? Seeking no refuge for my soul. Needing a friend to save me in bed. Where would I go back to my Lord? Life here is grand, with friends I love so deep. Comfort I get from God's own words. Get when I face the chilling hand of death, where would I go but to my Lord? Where do I go? Where do I go? Seeking a refuge for my soul. Needing a friend to guide me till the head. Where do I go back to my Lord?
Yes, welcome back to Rebel Radio. And we are going over to Barbados. Yes, as you know, and on Wednesday was a big day in Barbados. Yes, the Barbados Labour Party, which forms the incumbent government, was re-elected. And again, for a third time, they won all 30 constituencies in the country. Now, this is something that we have to look at, because here it is now, there is no opposition. So the government, is running the show by itself. I have with me political analyst, the man who has good knowledge of what is happening in Barbados, Peter Wickham, with me. Peter, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Desmond. Good to be with you again, and happy to be with your listeners.
Yes, sir. So again, when we spoke the last time, I indicated that based on the indications then was that the incumbent party, the BLP, would win all 30 seats, and it happened again.
Yeah, well, that's interesting because certainly the data was suggesting it was possible, but the idea of it happening still surprised a lot of us. But yeah, she did it again. The three-peat, as I call it, or as the Americans were saying, baseball terms, three-peat.
Yes, but this is not healthy for the democracy in Barbados at all. Would you agree with that?
But, I don't necessarily agree with it, and I'll say this. We had a situation in Barbados in 2013, between 2013 and 2018, when the government was 16-14. That was easily the worst period of governance that we have ever had in Barbados. And as for people who say to me, they're concerned, I say, well, I think that we are better off with this arrangement than we were with that arrangement where the government was so close and it was really making a mockery of democracy and then for all intents and purposes. We had the longest ever tenure of any government in Barbados under that time when the Prime Minister allowed Parliament to dissolve without even calling the election. And I think that was probably a greater danger. So we have built-in checks and balances in our system. We had this before, and democracy was not under threat. And indeed, I think that the government was a lot more sensitive to the need to pull back when public opinion suggested it ought to. So we have several bills and initiatives that were pulled back. There was a constitution that was stopped. So in many instances, I am not really concerned. I think that what is unfortunate is that we don't have a position that can actually win a vote. And I think that is certainly a greater concern to me,
So, Peter, what are the checks and balances to restrain the government now? What are there to do?
Well, I'll tell you this. If you, in our system, if you are able to get a two-thirds majority, you can change the constitution very easily. When you move beyond a two-thirds majority to having all the seats, the checks and balances are the same. So, for example, the independent senators who started, you can't change the constitution without the compliance of an independent senator, regardless of whether or not you have anyone from the opposition in parliament. So that is one, I would say, an important check. And then the other big thing is the role of your public people's power, people understanding that they have a responsibility to be able to respond effectively to concerns that are raised and whatnot, using social media and various other factors. So I think that's important.
Yes, I understand what you're saying, but Peter, what exists right now is that the government has all the say. The government can pass a bill in the parliament. There's no opposition. Whatever the government present to parliament, that's it. No opposition is there to say a word. And I see where the government has indicated its intention to pass a bill to prevent elected members to cross the floor. So if there's a member on the side who would like to cross the floor to become the opposition leader, they are going to prevent that by passing a law to prevent that. So
right. And I mean, two things that are important in what you said, and let me deal with the last one first. Crossing of the floor legislation is legislation that's actually in place in Trinidad and Tobago. And crossing of the floor legislation essentially means that if you want to cross the floor, you have to go back to the electorate to get a vote.
Yes.
There's nothing that the Constitution can do to stop a person from voting against the government. So it is not as though the MPs now have an obligation to vote with the government. The MP can vote against the government. If an MP is uncomfortable with a change or a piece of legislation, he can vote against it. But if he wants to leave the party and assume a role that is different, then that's where the question of the floor legislation comes in. And to do that, all he needs to do is to resign his seat, trigger by election. If he wins the by-election, then he automatically can cross the floor and do what he wants to do. What we have had for these 2 terms is essentially a mockery of democracy for all intents and purposes, where people have been winning on her ticket and going into Parliament and crossing the floor. The first guy was a guy called Reverend Atherley. Reverend Atherley won. He had lost previously under the DLP. He won under Mia Motley. He went into Parliament. He won an election under Mia Motley, and before Parliament even assembled, he crossed the floor the same weekend and became opposition leader because he did not get a ministry. Okay. He was dispensed with, and then we have another election, and then Ralph Thorne, who again failed twice under the DLP, was able to win a seat under her twice, and then he crossed the floor and became opposition leader. And I think that a lot of us feel that this is making a mockery of democracy because you're committed to a party, and then when you don't become a minister, you decide, okay, my philosophical position has changed, and I want to go and sit with the opposition.
Okay.
To me, this avoids that problem occurring, and it also means that, but it doesn't mean that a person can't vote against the government. You can vote against the government and stay loyal. That's your call.
Yeah. There are some indications that the voters list was bloated. Is that so?
Yeah.
For example,
yeah.
Heard the opposition leader said that he was denied his right to vote.
Right. The opposition leader had a problem that many of us had in that he moved from one place to the other. The transfer was not effective. And when he went to vote, they told him, you're entitled to vote in where you previously lived and in the place where you currently live. He objected to that and said he wasn't prepared to do so. And he took a decision not to vote. As far as the bloating of the list is concerned, yes, it is bloated. They said that there were over 267,000 people on our vote list. That's impossible because in Barbados the population is probably about 250,000, which essentially means that nobody is under 18. This is something that has to be addressed, and is also the case in several of the other Caribbean islands where the voters list it's easy to get on, but you know. It's like the Hotel California. You basically never leave. And as a result, we have lots of dead people on the list. No indication that those dead people voted. So it's all good.
Okay. And the voter turnout. What was the voter turnout? I think I saw it was 30%. Is that so?
Yeah. This is a document that has been circulating in social media. I don't know where it came from. My data suggests that the voter turnout was around 41%, which is no different to how it was in the last election. It was 43%. So it's slightly lower, but it's not significantly different. So my sense is that is a more accurate number. But I heard this number floating around about 30, and I'm not sure what the origin of it was. It sounded like a social media effort to me, and but it's definitely something that seems to excite opposition forces that this was such a low voter turnout.
Mm-hmm. Yes, but 41% is still low.
Yeah. Well, 41% is low in a situation where you have a bloated list. I don't really know that 41% is accurate. Mm-hmm. We did an experiment in the St. James North by-election, which was just recent, in which we
combed the voters list in that constituency, and we identified over 2,000 people. There were 8,000 registered, and we identified over 2,000 people in that constituency who were who did not vote. Sorry, who were not able to vote because they had either died, moved overseas, or something of the nature. If you were able to do that across the board, I think that you may very well find that the 41% is essentially an understatement of what the reality is.
Okay. Yes. Well, what is clear is that the electorate, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, the electorate in Barbados, it does not seem as if they are ready for the DLP, the opposition party. And I would, and it is also clear that the DLP has failed to get those people to come out and vote for them. Why is this?
I would agree with you. Yeah, I would agree with you that the opposition has some work to do. The reality of the situation is that we are now 2 terms into turns into a new government. Worries of the old one still linger strongly. We had 10 years of probably the worst governance that this country has ever seen, complete with raw sewage flowing in the streets and all that. And I think that the memories of that is still very raw in people's minds. In addition to that, these subsequent leaders have not really put the party back into shape, organized the party, and so on. We had a situation where they launched a manifesto about 3 days before the election. A lot of people felt that was an indication of a lack of readiness. And indeed, the Prime Minister leaked the manifesto before they were able to release it. So there's always been a belief that the Democratic Labour Party is simply not ready. And that has a lot to do with why they have been struggling so much electorally.
Yes. And in Wednesday's election, when I was listening, I understand that there are over 100 candidates contested Wednesday's election.
Yeah, that was another point too, that the field was really crowded, and necessarily so. I think a lot of people believe that they could use this election to assert themselves, because it was clear that people didn't want the Democratic Labour Party. So people said, well, look, if you don't want the DLP, maybe I could offer an alternative. And that was, that was part of the challenge. But yeah, it was a very crowded field. We had about 6 or 8 individuals, and it was a lot. It really was a lot.
Yes, and so therefore, that if the DLP is able to organize all of those parties in its camp, they would be in a position to put a stronger alternative for the people.
I think so. I looked at the actual numbers. The third parties got about 3 percentage points of support.
Yes.
The Democratic Labour Party was on 30% of their votes. And my feeling is, yes, it would definitely help. There was a constituency in which one of the alternatives did very, very well. Kimar Stewart, he did very well. He didn't get 1,000 votes, but I think he got about 600 running against Ralph Thorne. And, the feeling is that were he the candidate for one of the major parties, he may very well have done well.
Yes. Okay. So, what would you say are the major issues now for the Barbadian people?
The major issues going in was crime, unemployment, and crime and the cost of living. And I think that coming out, those are the issues that any new government needs to focus on, dealing with the problem of crime and unemployment. Crime and the cost of living. The Prime Minister has outlined several initiatives to deal with it, and we're anxious to hear how she plans to tackle it, because it continues to be a problem pretty much across the region.
Yes, I see. And on the ground, Peter, you would say that as it appears now, that the Bajan population are happy with Wednesday's result. Would you say that?
Oh yeah, most definitely. I would say that some people are skeptical about the democracy issues that you raised. There's a level of skepticism about that. But I would say that by and large, people are happy and they believe the result is reflective of what they would want. Not so much in terms of the Prime Minister having all the seats, but certainly in terms of the feeling that, look, we have a rejection of the Democratic Labour Party that people feel is not ready for office, basically.
Yes. And do you see cabinet changes, or the Prime Minister is going to retain her whole cabinet?
Well, I mean, already there are some members of the old cabinet that are not there. The Minister of Health, who is like a stalwart, he's indicated that he doesn't want to return to cabinet. The senior minister, who was the Attorney General, he doesn't return to cabinet as well. So there likely to be some significant changes in that way. And then she has new talent that she needs to bring on board. And we're anxious to see where they will go.
Yes. Well, it is going to be interesting. We know that the Prime Minister, Mia Mottley, as we speak, based on her performance, she is the what you would call the Caribbean leader, the leader for the Caribbean right now. She's the one who has presented herself as the leader for the Caribbean nations, and she is very strong. So I think she's going to continue in that vein, because now that she has won a third term, then that argument about she was planning to go for the Secretary General of the United Nations is no longer on the table.
Well, one would think so, yes. I agree. My sense is that if it is on the table, it certainly will be something that's discussed later rather than sooner.
Yes, okay. So, congratulations to Mayor Mottley, and let us see what are the... But by the way, let me ask you, what from where you are, what are some of the new ideas that you might see from the administration?
One of the new initiatives in her manifesto was the idea of an investment in kids. So every child born after 2021 automatically has an investment fund. And basically they are able to, the government will put a sum of money available to them that they can draw on at some point in time in their life in respect of certain specific activities, higher education or housing, something like that. That's been an interesting initiative that a lot of people seem excited by, because it creates the idea of a trust fund, which you can add to, but it also is one that the government will contribute to significantly. There's an initiative to eradicate pit toilets, which is a project that we still have them in Barbados at this time. There's also an initiative to create to build flyovers, which is one. And then she has a couple of things which they've already done, like a new stadium, the geriatric hospital. So those are the kinds of, one could say, big ticket projects that we're hearing about. The airport is to be redeveloped as well. These are the things that seem to be of interest.
Yeah. And what about plans to reduce poverty?
Part of the toilet initiative is a poverty reduction. There's a ministry still, a department that deals with urban and urban renewal that essentially looks at poverty eradication. So that's something that will take center stage as well. But that's not a new initiative. That's something that they've been working on for a while.
Well, let us see what is going to happen, Peter. I want to thank you for your time. And
No problem. You're most welcome, and thank you for your continuing interest in Barbados.
Yes.
Yeah. Good day. Good talking to you.
Yes. Take care. Thank you very much. Yes. That was political analyst here, Peter Wickham. Yes. Keeping us abreast of what is happening in Barbados. And as you saw there from Wednesday's result, that the ruling party has retained power. Yes. And not only retained power, but they have done so for a third time. Yes. Now this is an historical occasion. Yes, because what the situation is that the opposition has been wiped out for a third time. No, this is not a good sign at all. No, not a good sign. But the people who went to the polls, they decided that the opposition, they did not want the opposition. The opposition did not present them with an attractive alternative. No. And so they did not vote for the opposition. So as it stands right now, the party, the governing party has control, total control. Yes. There is nobody to oppose, and you will observe that the government has indicated its intention that it is now going to pass a law to make it impossible. It is not going to be legal for members of the government to cross the floor. Right. So they did that twice. Members of the ruling party crossed the floor twice to become leader of the opposition. Well, that is not going to be possible now. No, not at all. So here it is. The ruling party is going to be in charge, totally in charge. Yes. Well, coming up next, we are going to take a look at the government's tax package. Yes. And the government intends to spend 1.4 trillion next financial year. Yes. That is and of that 99.7 billion has been allocated to capital projects, while 1.342 trillion will cover recurrent housekeeping expenses. Okay. Well, let us see, as I said, what is going to happen. We are going to be spend some time to look at the budget in the next section. This is Rebel Radio. Let us take a break.
everybody's sale at New Budget Supplies. Do-it-yourself professionals and contractors. This is the sale for you. Lumber, steel, dress and form ply, water tanks, pumps, PVC pipes and fittings, toilets, bathtubs, vanities and basins, windows, paint, doors, floor and wall tiles, thin sets and grout. Up to 20% off selected items. 195 Hagleyburg Road. Telephone 923-4560. New Budget Supplies. Always the best prices.
Tools, Hardware and Supplies is turning up the heat this summer with their super saving summer sale. Prices are slashed on everything you need to fix up your home. Beautiful tiles, sleek doors, top quality windows, modern sanitary ware, exclusive flooring and more. At Tools, Hardware and Supplies, we have you covered for the summer.
So come visit us at 279 Spanish Town Road, 4 South Camp Road, 8 Red Hills Road,
or online at toolsja.com.
Tools!
The Lion King of Hard
Oh, Jamaica rise, we're built with fire, passion and vibes, and through it all there's a glow inside. Let's keep our shine alive.
From the market to the factory floors, from the hillside green to golden shores.
We're reaching heights, our energy that lights the sky.
JPS, power in what matters.
Okay, welcome back to Rebel Radio. Yes, and as I indicated before we took the break that we are going to take a look at the budget. And I have with me well-known economist, one who has been around for a very long time and has good knowledge of what is happening, Ralston Hyman. Hello, Raleigh, good afternoon.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to your listeners.
Yes. So, Raleigh, break down this budget here for my listeners. What it means for the economy? Is this a budget? Is this a budget that is going to? Yes. What is that siren in the back there?
Yeah, it's all right. It's gone now. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, man, this is a budget that is going to slow down the recovery process and take the country longer to go back to where it was before Hurricane Melissa. That's why everything that the people do, the minister had said that the budget would not affect the most vulnerable. Well, the budget is going to affect everything that the most vulnerable do. It's going to affect what they drink, what they eat, where they live, and what they drive. So it runs right across the most vulnerable segments of the society. And those people are people who are being affected. Long before Hurricane Melissa, they were trapped in poverty. Hurricane Melissa came and exacerbated that poverty. And the government is now putting them under more poverty. Right? So they are the ones who have the largest spending power collectively. So that is going to affect the economic recovery process. And it is going to affect the government's ability to collect the tax system.
But hold on, let me what I see when you talk about what they drink, I see taxes will go on things like orange juice and sodas.
Everything that you drink, condensed milk, orange juice, sodas, tropical rhythm, everything that Mr. Mahfoud make, rum and boom, everything that people drink is going to be affected by the new taxes. Yeah, the lunch that they give the children to go to school, the drink that they give them is going to be affected. Every single thing.
Or the box lunch, what tax on box lunch?
No, not the tax on the box lunch, but I have to give them something to drink. I have to give them a buster or a bigger or something.
Yes,
yeah?
Yes. But
your boy porridge, the condensed milk, that going on porridge, they have to pay tax on it.
But Ralston, you would agree that the reducing sugar in your diet is not a bad thing. You agree?
No, it's not a bad thing, and they are trying to use that, but we are the substitute. So it is going to take a long time Or the people are still going to buy those things, because there's no viable substitute at this particular point in time. Their major objective is to get the tax money, so they are just using that as an excuse. Yeah, there are no substitute. We are the nutrient agricultural substitutes that are there. Money's there.
No, I agree. There are.
That's why Yeah, and that's why they put on the taxes, because they know that they are going to collect it, because the people are going to buy those things same way.
Yes, and I see where they are saying that public sector workers who are in receipt of this benefit to import motor vehicles, the 20%, they now have to pay GCT.
Precisely, that is what I'm saying. They are going to also affect what you drive, what you eat, what you drink, what you drive, where you live, because them say they want to take your housing trust money until 2031.
Yes.
That should have stopped in 2016.
Yes. They have extended that to 5 years. But Ralston, isn't that housing trust money there? Isn't that what you would call indirect taxation?
Of course. That is why they put it in the tax package. It's an indirect tax. Yeah.
Well, and you have not heard, well, if you hear, you can tell me, I have not heard in the throne speech the government plans to address affordable housing for the people who the housing trust was created for. I haven't heard anything like that. No, rather than come with that, they're taking the money. So that is depriving the people who are contributing to the housing trust from getting the money. Yes. And they're using it for budgetary purposes. No specific housing plan. It's just for going out of the budget. Just get gobbled up in the budget. Yes. No.
And here's the problem. Here's the big problem. This is taking that time where the infrastructural damage, one of the things that they are misleading the people with. The infrastructural damage of 8.8 billion that they're talking about is not only government infrastructure that has to be fixed by the budget. It's also private people's houses. 146,000 houses are private people's houses who should get money from the housing trust to fix up the house and get back the house.
Yes. Russell, I want you to explain something for me. The damage by Hurricane Melissa was estimated to be $8.8 billion.
$8 billion US dollars.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then the government announced that it has secured $6.8 billion from international financial sources. Now, I don't understand. Where is that money, and what is that money going to be used for?
Well, all right. So watch me now.
Yes.
The $6.7 billion, right? The $3.6 billion that represent loan. Right?
Okay. All right.
Yeah, $400 million of that comes from the IMF, which the Bank of Jamaica get already. That is why the net international reserves are so high. Okay. They're not drawing on the 3.2. They're not drawing on the 3.2 billion yet. Okay. So although they have 3.2 billion in borrowed funds lined up, they still come and tax the people. That is why I'm telling you, there's no need to come and tax the people, but they still want to keep up this foolish policy that they had before, where they might try to hit the debt to GDP ratio at a certain point in time, even if the people are on debt. The same thing Nigel Clark did after COVID-19, or the same thing Favor Williams are coming. So they could have easily fill the gap in the budget for tax revenues by borrowing. But then come and say, oh, we're not borrowing, we're going to tax you. You follow me? So that is a stupid policy, because if they borrow and come with a growth strategy, because right now, when they could have the government have enough loan flows for them could have use and borrow, fix up the place, and the Bank of Jamaica have enough reserve for them could have cut the interest rates so that the small business sector, the stock market will get a stimulus and will have rapid economic growth, and we could have paid down the debt faster. They have the same old-time strategy where you sacrifice the economy and sacrifice the people and try to pay down the debt. When the next hurricane comes, we are still more vulnerable, because they leave the people in the same vulnerable state for Melissa that they were in.
Oh.
They don't know what they're doing.
Yes, because like I see clearly now, so they have the money there, they have access to the money.
No.
I just said 400 billion from the IMF.
Them get the 400 million from the IMF, the 450 million, the Bank of Jamaica get that. They still have 3.2 billion out there in the system that they can access.
Yes, but they have decided not to access that. They have decided to use.
Precisely.
Yes. And
no taxes from the people, yeah.
And then what what is going to happen is that the system, the infrastructure, because I see I think it is 99 billion that has been set aside for capital projects.
The capital budget.
Yes.
But as we know that they are not going to spend most of that money. Here that them put capital budget on the paper and then them come and tell us that because of procurement, they're not going to be able to spend the money. Them claims that they won't fix the procurement problem in this year's budget. So let's see, that is why them employ R.J. Max as a minister. But the historical track record is very poor in terms of spending the capital budget.
Yes. So, as you see it now, Ralston, the budget is what the budget need is some injection, but it would appear as if this budget is not going to provide the budget with any the economy with any injection at all.
No, contract the economy because they're taking spending power from the people and taking spending power from businesses and not spending at the required rate to drive economic activity. So our government is a slow recovery process where maybe it takes us 5 or 10 years to get back to where we were before Hurricane Melissa.
Wow. Certainly that's
madness.
That is not good at all.
Yeah, even before this, even before they read the budget, the Bank of Jamaica had upgraded its forecast and said 5 years to get back to where we were before Melissa. Now after this now, you can have another 3 to 5 years. Yep. Not good. Nowhere in the world you have a tax package of a major disaster or a tax package in a recession. Because we had to keep in the same direction. The people need assistance. Every organization was looking at assistance from the government with a growth strategy. If you hear the manufacturers say, that will set them back.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah.
And we are not,
so
and we are not exporting, but our imports is growing.
Correct. And the trade deficit is widening.
Yes.
Yeah. So the Jamaica Manufacturers and Exporters Association, then they're trying to relaunch the Buy Jamaican campaign. And then say it's coming like a big burden them being imposed on them now. So rather than help them, the government impose a burden on them, because they have to raise them price to the consumer. And it means that you have a fall, some of them have to lay off people.
Wow.
The madness, remember the money was come out of hurricane, everybody broke. You, the government, broke, so you go and secure financing of foreign. And then now you tell us that you know, use most of the foreign financing, you have a tax we block already. I'm joking, man.
Yes, yes.
Joking, man.
Really not, you don't look healthy at all. Not.
No, it's not progressive.
No.
Not progressive.
So Ralston, why you think the government continue to pursue these backward economic policies?
Them have vision, man, and what am I do? And them try to see, and read the signal. What am I do? I try to please the rating agencies in order to get what them call an investing grade so that they can borrow more. In other words, they run the economy on the basis that they can get money for borrow. And then when they get the money for borrow, them still never use the money. And at the same time, they reduce the people's standard of living and create more poverty because the main economic target is to GDP. That's all they must focus on. Over the last 10 years, when 9 o'clock there, the economy grew by 0.8%, where the ratings agencies, even Moody's, tell them, say, yo, we don't pay the debt faster than we're supposed to pay the debt. And we don't have the lowest growth rate in our countries, and we have the ratings going up. We don't have one of the lowest per capita GDP in the Caribbean. Jamaica's per capita GDP are only $7,700. Only 80 below Jamaica. All the big countries, St. Vincent and Guyana, 20,000 and 30,000 we talk about. Barbados and them place there. Yeah.
Wow.
So nothing now going on Jamaica in terms of economic growth and improvement and quality of life, no matter what you hear them tell people. When you compare to the Caribbean, only 80 below Jamaica and the Caribbean in terms of them things.
We are stagnant.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Joking, man. Big joke. And you can't believe you have hurricane after the stagnation before the hurricane. And then you have the hurricane. And after the hurricane, the money still come. We have tax package for the people because the country need us even before the hurricane. And even after the hurricane, rather than give us stimulus, you give taxes and contracts. I don't have a joke here.
Okay.
Joke.
Yes.
Joke business. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. All of the businessman then call me because I say, yo, I'm man, this, whatever I expect that. Because we canvass the business community, Jamaica Manufacturers and Exporters Association, yeah, Small Business Association. Most of the small business man, they bank up already, and then so them they expect a reduction in interest rates, yeah, because the Bank of Jamaica have enough reserves now to cut the interest rates to 4.5% or 5%. That money can get money for borrow instead. What the Bank of Jamaica do, use the excess reserves to appreciate the value of the dollar and still have ample liquidity. So the government can tax you and the bank can take money out of circulation. So how the economy will go? Tell me.
Yeah, no, that can't. But Ralston, one of the things that I observed that the BOJ has spent since last year. The BOJ has spent millions.
Millions, 1.1 billion, not millions, 1.1 billion, and a map of 123 billion in liquidity. But how the economy ever growing and in conditions are better? And keep the interest rates at 5.75% per annum.
But the dollar is still high. The dollar is still trading. Yeah. So
yeah, because we're not export, we're not produce or export nothing better. We're not produce or export continue to fall, you know. Export are falling for like 10 months straight, while it's increasing up because the country not produce nothing.
Yes.
We're not produce nothing at all. All the money do a juggle the GDP, we not produce nothing. And you can't grow if you not produce, you have to produce something or export something if you ever grow.
Yes, of course. And we are not doing that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Every year our production down.
How is mining?
Two things are true.
How is mining doing, Ralston?
Mining is not where it's supposed to be. Mining has stagnated because the plant, Alpha, the biggest plant in the country. Aluminum prices are the highest in the world markets now. And then try and get the Alpha plant open because of the geopolitical tension between China and America and the relationship between them and America because them afraid to this them if them get the Chinese folk back the plant. Yet at the same time we lose all of the money there. And we need the money there. Remember, the reason that them have a borrowed money or rent money, you know, stable, you know, and the money them when them borrow them up with bills and buy and put out the research. Like some tourism down, BPO down, all of our foreign exchange sectors they're down. Yeah. So all of them foreign exchange and borrow them and give them what we get in terms of remittances.
Yes. And remittances are down. Remittances are down to Ralston.
Yeah, they're going to the continent based on the policies that Trump oppressed in terms of immigration. Yeah. So it's not a stable source. So I will start earning some money for myself. And that is why I need that particular to go up and execute that. So right now, and I used to be a PSOJ, I go to him and say, no, the government listen to PSOJ. So we hope sometimes there's an intervention by the PSOJ that will lead to growth because we cannot continue like this. This is madness.
Well,
joke, man. What we need is a stimulus. What should have happened is that the Minister of Finance, and she was a good Minister of Finance, should have called in the Bank of Jamaica governor, and should have called in the President of the Bankers Association. Tell the governor of the Bank of Jamaica to reduce the interest rate, to reduce the asset tax, and get the banks them to reduce the interest rates so that the people who want money for borrow to expand their businesses could get money for borrow. That is what we expected from her, and she was a sensible finance minister. Because guess what? In 2013, just like the housing trust money, people had implemented the asset tax in order to pay down the debt with the JP created and cause us to get locked out of the international capital markets. The asset tax, like the housing trust money, should have been stopped in 2016. And then still continue to keep the asset tax. The asset tax is 0.5% of the bank's them assets, right? So the banks them said, bring down the asset tax and we bring down the interest rates. And then keep it hard to do that from 2010. Now, if you line up 3.2 billion, which is almost $1 trillion in borrowing, the asset tax is only $13 billion, you know. So even if you compromise with the money, man say, all right, we'll carry it down to 0.25%. That is only $7 billion. They could easily give up $7 billion and get the banks to reduce the asset tax and get the BOJ to reduce the interest rates and get the economy to stimulus.
Yes.
Instead of them turn around and tax the people. I don't wish them at the money. I'm going to give that kid $10 foolishness here.
So, yes. So from where you sit is that this this year appeared to be that it is going to be a tough year for us.
A tough year, man. I talk to all the businessmen, so I know that's my opinion. We talk to William Mafood, we talk to Cecil Foster, every man who run business on the money, I say, yo, this is a massive burden point right now. When we got expect a stimulus, I expect the thing to fly. Yeah? So it's a burden all over because remember, consumption drives the thing up. And if you kill the consumers, everybody drink. So whether you drink rum, whether you drink sweet drinks, your pocket have a burner. You follow me, I say to you?
Yes.
Everything where you're going to Kentucky, going to Burger King, it will cost you more because you have to drink something. Yeah? The people who want them pick that same at school is a problem for them. Yeah, because everything was sweet is a problem. Yeah. Yeah. The man them who say them don't drink rum and bums escape, them have to pay more for them rum and bums, every liquor. So everybody who keep round robbing and all of them things a problem. Because the money that the economy have again, them come and take out more money out of the economy and not put in nothing. I joke them a joke here.
Yes. Yes.
So to try and please the ratings agency. But around the economy on behalf of the ratings agency and not on behalf of the people who vote in there. Yeah. And that's all the weather. Back on the bottom line.
What do you expect from the government as it relates to wages? Because you know they are supposed to be negotiating for increased wages of public sector workers.
Well, them budget 565 billion for wages. So let's see if the public sector. I don't believe the public sector not more than the maximum of 4% below the inflation rate. They're not giving more than that. So right now that budget, the wage bill and interest charges amounts to 65% of the budget. The interest charges are 3 billion and the wage bill are 555 billion.
Okay.
Yeah. So without that tough negotiation, but they're now giving people more than 4% or so. You have enough standards because the workers must have the cost of living gone up because when the matter inflate the economy with all of the price increases there. Yeah. And it will be a tough thing between them and the union there. Yeah. But my bad workers will make them take 4% and that will affect productivity. The people have to work and say, oh, how come I work but when I don't fucking work? Cost of living gone up. Yeah. And that's why I worry. So they have more stagnation because the workers have only pretend to work and they must say, yo, we're not getting enough pay and the cost of living down up. It's difficult for someone to pick the gas school, difficult to get a house, everything that's difficult all around. So we're not work just because we have to work, but we're not really put out a great effort.
Yes. So the stagnation.
Yeah, man.
Stagnation
and hopelessness all over the place. Oh, yeah, man. Stagnation and hopelessness all over the place, man. And remember the people in the said,
and this is likely to have some negative impact socially. In other words, with so many pressure on the working class, it is likely to filter down and we might see more criminal activities and antisocial behavior.
Yeah, spot on, man. Antisocial behavior, man and them woman are war, man and man are war, yeah, man and go to go looking. So you must have more criminality because everything get harder to survive and mass or whatever we need to do to survive now. Survive. Just look at what we're going right now as we speak before tax and imposed. Everybody are trying to sell something, every little foolishness, every day so people are selling this, sell that. All them things will get harder to do the right now. So the country will step up, them set the people and get some money and more now. You follow me, I said here. So all of them things will increase. A man, yeah, I try and invest. The woman I said the money not enough, a problem. Yeah, get what I say? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man, them people forget better than that. Remember, at 13 years of stagnation, people are at 13 years of listening.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
And
so,
as you pointed out, that we expect that the government is in a position to do better, right?
Yeah, and they're not giving people a break. Yeah, remember what this thing from 2013,
Yes.
Yeah, fire struggle, hurricane struggle, Beryl, Melissa. The people of endurance must have certain limits, man. They want a break now. And instead of giving them a break, you put them up to shop on the most basic things where they drink, where they eat, where they smoke, where they drive, and joking, where they more fun, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, Raleigh, let us see what is going to happen. Based on what you have outlined, it is going to be a very tough and challenging year for us.
Yeah, man. Another one.
Yes. Yes.
I hope we get another hurricane by April and June. That make it even worse.
That is something that we have to hope for, that we don't get another hurricane. It is not impossible because we are in climate change. Yes.
That's the point we are making.
As a matter of fact, we sincerely hope that we don't get any adverse weather condition this year. Whether flooding or hurricane, because that is going to drive us further. Because as we speak right now, thousands of Jamaicans are suffering, those hurricane victims. So let us hope that, we survive any bad weather this year.
Yeah, man.
So,
all right, I know people.
Yes.
When people are heartbroken, when the people hear taxes, when people are down and west now, right? In the adverse position. What you want people are hearing them say, boy, new taxes? Let them take their heartbroken.
Yes. Yes, of course.
Heartbroken can't help them and them don't want to hear the taxes right now.
No, that is true. Well, Ralston, let me thank you very much for your time, and thanks for explaining to us what we are faced with. Thank you very much.
Yeah, man. Let's head up. Yeah, man. Cool.
Yeah, man. Ralston Hyman, keeping us abreast of what to expect. Yes, from this budget. And as you heard him there, that things are going to be really, really tough. Yes, because the taxes are going to have a negative impact on the working class. Yes, because reducing your sugar intake is not a bad thing. No, health-wise it is not a bad thing. But where are the alternatives? That is it, Because, for example, we should be in a position by now to be able to provide non-sugar drinks for our schools, right? That is not happening. So it is not a bad thing if we reduce our sugar intake. But as you can see, there's no alternative out there. So don't buy an orange juice. Don't buy a soda. But what am I going to buy instead? What is there? So then I am left to buy what is on the market, and I have to pay more for that. And wages are not going to move significantly. Wages are not going to move to cope with the cost of living expenses, no. So those who are on fixed wages, that is going to be a problem for them, right? Serious problem. So you can expect that the people who are on fixed wages, they are going to have, it is going to be more difficult for them to survive. Yes. The cost of food, clothing, everything is going to move up this year. And as I said, it is just going to be tough. Well, coming up next, it is the world of sports and entertainment. So stay tuned. This is Rebel Radio. Let's go for a break.
everybody's sale at New Budget Supplies. Do-it-yourself professionals and contractors. This is the sale for you. Lumber, steel, dress and form ply, water tanks, pumps, PVC pipes and fittings, toilets, bathtubs, vanities and basins, windows, paint, doors, floor and wall tiles, thin sets and grout. Up to 20% off selected items. 195 Hagleyburg Road. Telephone 923-4560. New Budget Supplies. Always the best prices.
Tools, Hardware and Supplies is turning up the heat this summer with their super saving summer sale. Prices are slashed on everything you need to fix up your home. Beautiful tiles, sleek doors, top quality windows, modern sanitary ware, exclusive flooring and more. At Tools, Hardware and Supplies, we have you covered for the summer.
So come visit us at 279 Spanish Town Road, 4 South Camp Road, 8 Red Hills Road,
or online at toolsja.com.
Tools!
The Lion King of Hardware.
Oh, Jamaica eyes were built with fire, passion and vibes, and through it all there's a glow inside. Let's keep our shine alive.
From the market to the factory floors, from the hillside green to golden shores.
We're reaching heights, our energy that lights the sky.
JPS, power in what matters. Hopes are rising higher, higher. There's magic everywhere. The expectation of a nation's like music to the air.
We're singing a brand new song, marching to a brand new beat.
Down the hillside, through the valleys, filling every street. It's time to rise up, stand and take your place. Rise up,
Shine like the sun.
rise up, rise up.
The journey has just begun. Rise up,
Rise up,
stand like the brave. Rule your destiny. Be the best that you can be.
so now we start from the bottom and we reach right over the top. No matter where you do, you know, say that we can't stop. We stand up and salute down to the yellow, the green, the black. And make them know, say that we want this music. Yeah, world is for you taking, and giving up is the only crime. Now written on the pages of history, this is your moment, this is your time. Yeah. Now we know it's not an easy road.
Tree of love.
Another road, we gotta carry the load.
Rise up, stand and take your place.
Welcome to another program in the world of sports and entertainment. Today is Friday, the 13th. When you hear that date, Kevin, what do you think? Friday the 13th. Yes, it's a taboo. Yes, Freddy Krueger. You know, people always talk about this day, not a good day, but sure, superstition. Yes, and tomorrow is the day everyone is gonna, you know, talking about it with them love and with this and all, the exchange gifts and all that. But let's just delve into the sports immediately, and we can't stop talk about, of course, the young reggae boys who have qualified, of course, for the under 17 World Cup, which will be in Qatar this November, winning all 3 matches. The last one against Canada 3-1, and only conceding 1 goal. And I heard coach Vassal Reynolds, yes, from the famed Purple Kingston College, saying that, you know, based on how this team is playing, because they have been together for a while now, and yeah, them don't think they're going to go out the program to make up the World Cup, to make up numbers, are going to be competitive. And maybe in a group, seeing that they have topped the group and, of course, getting the best of Canada, who, you know, I think Canada will have another chance. I think so, yes. And the other ones from the CONCACAF region, but, you know, Jamaica took that sole spot and go straight to the Under 17 World Cup, which will be in Qatar again. All right, so say congratulations to coach. I mean, the team, Wendell, Downswell, Vassar, Reynolds, and everyone that was involved to keeping these youths together and getting them gel. That's the key to the thing, gel, and them understand. It is something I think the senior boys should take a cue from how these boys playing. Seeing that them have for them too much figure play next month, of course, in Monterrey, Mexico, where they're gonna play first New Caledonia, and the winner of that play Dr. Congo for a spot in this year's World Cup be held in the United States, Canada and Mexico. So congrats again, boys. I want to say a real congrats to the West Indies. In the T20 World Cup, they're winning their 2 matches on top of the table now, 2 from 2, and they're going to play I think Nepal. Yes, for the tournament and going into the Super 8 stage. I know that when you reach that stage again, buck up on the Australian, of course the India, the Pakistan, and even to a lesser extent Afghanistan. You know, I don't know what's happening to Bangladesh, but Afghanistan is a team that's doing well. And you never normally hear an Afghanistan team. When you hear about a name like Afghanistan, you're thinking about some bomb dropping. But Afghanistan is making a name for themselves, both in the age group and, of course, in the senior. And they are one of note to watch. And when it comes to the Super 8, I know that they're going to make it, yes. And let's see how the Super 8 set up, then the semi-final and then the final. But there's one thing I can say about this West Indies team. The batting is deep, very deep. But the bowling, I think I forgot to use between 4 to 6 bowlers, tie up the overs then because the bowling is not so potent. Bowling is kind of wishy-washy and the batsmen have to put up some big toll. Anything over 170, 200, anything less than that, the bowlers are going to have it, hard to bowl out one of these big teams. So, yes, so the batting is a key to this West Indies team, and I know that it's going to click at when the time is right. Let's hope to see that they can get it right against the Aussies and the Indians, and because they are the ones who are one of the favorites, right? Okay, the team from the FIFA, yes, FIFA, came and look at the venue at the National Stadium in respect to look at Jamaica facilities for co-hosting the 2031 World Cup. Right, 2031 World Cup, which will be held in Costa Rica, Mexico, and the USA, and part will be here in Jamaica. So look at the facilities. What needs to be done is going to be both the National Stadium and Sabina Park, and yes, they're looking at logistics, the hotels. I mean, yes, Jamaica never fail when it comes to those things. Netball, World Youth Championship will never fail, and of course the recent in 2007-06, the World Cup of cricket that was held in the Caribbean at that time, and Jamaica had hosted the likes of South Africa, Australia, yes, at Trelawny Multipurpose Stadium, which was a practice venue, and at Sabina Park. So I don't, Jamaica have always come through, and it's okay. It's over 4 years from 2031, 5 years, 4 years from now, yes. So the Minister of Sports and Gender, the Honorable Olivia Babsy Grange, are putting things in place for the renovation of the National Stadium, which will surely begin, I think they said, next year. Yes, the government is doing what they should do, and I think within 2 to 3 years' time, the stadium, I think the National Stadium, Kevin, is going to be a state-of-the-art, something upgraded from what it have built in 1962. I don't know if I'm going to tear down that old hangar thing over the grandstand. I don't know what will be the covering, but we're going to wait and see the design that the stadium will be. But I know they're going to take out the cycle track and expand, and more seats are going to be available. It presently can hold 35,000, 40,000. So if you take out the cycle track, velodrome, yes, it can build a couple more 100 seats, right? So all in all, these are the plan. Of course, I want to mention it's Reggae Month, Black History Month, Reggae Month, and yes, there's a lot of events. Rico Banton thing is coming up, and of course, you have some event coming up on the weekend, some Valentine's show at the Police Officers Club. A lot of things happening, so gonna see if we can give where these things are taking place and tell you where to go on the weekend with your loved one. Right, so yes, I understand. I want to reach out, of course, to my loved one, Conception Espinosa Coney, yeah, and you know, not still recognizing, even though not to celebrate, but to say happy Valentine's when it's come. All right, so immediately I want to get off on a positive note right here. Yes, on a positive note, I'm gonna just do this Wayne Marshall. Yeah. Only on World of Sports and Entertainment Rebel Radio. This is the host, DJ Kingsley JJ. Lord, I pray. Lord, I pray. I honor your name. Deliver your mercy. Whenever I fall, you lift me up. Glory to thee, oh God. This one from Wayne Marshall for entertainment purpose.
Our Redeemer, saving grace. I know I'm not worthy to see your face. I try hard, but I make mistakes. You're still by my side every step that I take. Through every heartache, you get the praise. You are my guide, I'm a shield always. Every time me I gaze and I play hard days, you still show mercy and keep me safe. Lord, I pray, I honor your name, deliver your mercy. Whenever I fall, you lift me up. Glory to thee, oh God. All powerful, omnipotent, shine down your glory, your magnificence. When you build a fence, it make all the difference. Step in on my life and take precedence. Be the captain, the pilot, the teacher. Be the head and the boss and the leader. Be my guide, my shepherd and my keeper. Beginning and the end, you are the Alpha Omega. Lord, I pray, I honor your name, deliver your mercy. Whenever I fall, you lift me up. Glory to thee, oh God. Even when they plot and scheme and try to stop me,
stop me.
Even when them try them best to take my glory,
I said, Lord, I pray. I honor your name. I honor your name. Deliver your mercy. Whenever I fall, you lift me up.
Wayne Marshall.
God has forgiven us of our sins. Likewise, we must forgive those who have hurt us. Come on, people. God is love, and love covers a multitude of sin. Let love flow. Let it go, and let God arise in your hearts. Glory be to God.
Lord, I pray, I honor your name, deliver your mercy.
Whenever I fall,
Oh God.
Yes.
If you are smart,
Wayne
hardworking,
Marshall.
and planning to study in Canada.
Yes, that one is, of course. I'm going to do another one, of course. Make it through the valley. Norita Lewis.
In the midst of my trials, and all alone, down in the valley, having no one to hold, with the darkness around me, having nowhere to stand. On the depth of my sorrow, I can see your great hand.
You make it through the valley, step by step, step by step. Gonna run, gonna
jump, I won't fly, won't even try. And I look all around me, there's a danger in that. Oh yeah, I don't know I'll make it, make it, make it, by and by. All the mist that surrounds me, hovering over my soul. It's nothing but the shadow in the world I've been told. Once the victory arising, I take my heaven and stand.
right here, World of Sports and Entertainment. We do the gospel opening. Norita Lewis.
Step by step, step.
This is one of the songs she did, winner in the National Gospel Festival many years ago.
Friends for consolation. There you find them complaining too. But don't give up, don't give in. Jesus coming to tell you he's the captain of your ship. He is the keeper of the wind. David said he is my walk. Not run, not jump, not fly. But here I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. You see, it's not death, it's only a shadow. He said, I will fear no evil, but thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. So hold on, my brother, hold on, my sister. You'll make it through the valley. Yeah, you'll make it through the valley. Step by step, step by step, amen. I won't run, I won't jump, I won't fly.
Won't even try.
And I'm looking around me. Danger and death. I don't know I'll make it, make it, make it. By and by, oh yeah. Yes, I'll make it. I'm gonna make it.
I'll make it to the valley.
Comes my way. I know I will make it. I'll make it through the valley. 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 Amen. I'll make it through the valley. I'll make it through the valley.
Make it through the valley. Norita Lewis Prince. Wanted us to say hi all the way up in Alberta, Canada, where she is now, not in Jamaica at this time. Norita Lewis Prince, who she used to start her church right up but that word name in Rockford. That's the church she was going when she was here. Yes, Oliver Road. That's the where Norita, when residing in Bulby, that's the church she was going. Nice friend, I can say. Known her for so many years. All right. Differently out of a non-sport thing here. Persons are still concerned of what's happening with people out western side of the island, of course, Westmoreland, St. James, St. Elizabeth, Trelawney, and, to a lesser extent, Mandeville, Clarendon, still experiencing a loss out of Hurricane Melissa. But things are picking up, but not as fast as how it should, so we just have to still continue to pray and be positive and, looking for them, the government and everyone, to just help to take them out of the present situation that most of them are still in, not living anywhere under tents. It's not pretty. And the weather at this time, and just praying and hoping that something can be done, that lives can be better for them. And I just want to take time out right now. One of my co-worker, Miss Hines from Jamaica Combined Cadet Force, she was at work. Something happened, didn't feel so good, and she's admitted in the University Hospital of the West Indies now. I'm praying, give her my care, speedy recovery. When it was my time, I know others do the same thing for me after that incident last year in October. So, Ms. Hines, we pray that everything you're coming back through, to be back at work, and hope everything, you come back up strong again. And I think a team from Cadet went there today to look for her. I think more or less she'll be good again for the coming week, and we're looking forward to that for Ms. Hines. Okay. All right. Yes, man. There is my brethren, Dougie Benz span the ends. I want to just tell you about the what's happening with Dougie Benz thing.
This is how legends are made.
Not getting it? It's called Dougie Benz Bust It Showcase. It's that TikTok thing. Yeah, man, I just want to just say, all right, that's happening, of course, in the Ocherias. Okay. Just want to reach out. Want to just big up all the man them on the another thing in the world of sports on the WhatsApp thing there. All right, let me see who is there. Of course, Chilicon, myself, Barry Bach, Black Dice, Boom Down, David Luther King, Dougie Benz, Red Square, and of course, Coney Espinosa, Fire Lioness, Haddon Music, Aya Water, Jaffigan, Kiba Ranks, of course, Lady Althea Tier, out of USA, Lola Lee, Karen Lola Lee, Perry Clark, Pioneer, Raiden Bryan, Simon Splinter, Snagger Post, Astro, Reggae Princess, Reggae Queen, Vanya Colors, Advance, DJ Foxy Brown, Russ, Wani. Alright, so big up all of those who are on the WhatsApp group there of World of Sports and Entertainment, and we're looking forward to the third anniversary event that is coming up. And of course, want to hail up the man himself. Oh, come on. The main person, I'm going to just make that pass. Trying too hard to remember that name. Let's get back into some music right here on the World of Sports and Entertainment. All right, here we go. We have some new music. We have music that we looked at. That talk about crime can't stop crime. Right. Yes. Played that one already. Try something new right now. I'm gonna go back to this one from Black Dice named Reach Out. Yes, approaching our first break, so
call it for music.
Do this one now. Black Dice, Reach Out.
Can it ever care? Never care. never care no more. Never care.
I'll just drink my water, you know.
Some fortunate for make it out a rep. Talent over death, God cover we. Born at the slum and we poor daddy. Want more money, pens they are totally. Darkness for days are cool as if too much blood a drip when the clock a chip. Want living at the luxury, we want for rich. You know more than we. Been a dream about the life of my one live. Rich out like the Marleys. Enjoy life before my 40. Proud of myself to all my heart big. In and out, on the beat I flow. Love the moms that with the deeper throat. Minty lifestyle on the north coast. Pull up in I Villa V6 when the toe. Never care about the losses. And the girl we left me, she a crosses. And the dog with this me from the past. Cut and clear, left the ashes. Patiently waiting, my name gon' call. Know me a day, I fame of all. Know me a rise, I'm sure not fall. And my time now for run this dance. Been a dream about the life of my one live. Rich out like the Marleys. Enjoy life before my 40. Proud of myself to all my heart big. In and out, on the beat I flow. Love the moms that with the deeper throat. Minty lifestyle on the north coast. Pull up in I Villa V6 on the toe. Some fortunate for make it out a rep. Talent over death, God cover we. Born at the slum and we poor daddy. Want more money, pens they are totally. Darkness for days are cool as if too much blood a drip when the clock a chip. Want living at the luxury, we want for rich. You know more than we. Been a dream about the life of my one live. Rich out like the Marleys. Enjoy life before my 40. Proud of myself to all my heart big. In and out, on the beat I flow. Love the moms that with the deeper throat. Minty lifestyle on the north coast. Pull up in I Villa V6 on the toe. Dream about the life of my one live. Rich out like the Marleys. Enjoy life before my 40. Proud of myself to my heart big. In and out, on the beat I flow. Love the moms that with the deeper throat. Minty lifestyle on the north coast. Pull up in I Villa V6 on the toe.
All right, I wonder from Black Dice.
Hey baby, let's make sweet love together. Bring it on. It's been a long, long time since I've embraced someone like you.
Bring it on,
for I never
Lady
knew this love existed before. You make my heart skip several beats. Yes, you swept me off my feet. I'm head over heels in love, and there's no retreat. You can tell by the way you see me glow that my love has overflowed. The vibes I feel right now, it's all because of you. Said you wanna wrap me up and keep me warm. Give me good love from dusk till dawn. I'm ready, baby. Just bring it on. Come take my hand and let us go to where we've never been before. You and me, baby, lost in ecstasy. Whisper sweet words in my ears. Show me how much you care. Just keep on holding me. Let's live out this fantasy. You can tell by the way you see me glow that my love has overflowed. The vibes I feel right now, it's all because of you. Said you wanna wrap me up and keep me warm. Give me good love from dusk till dawn. I'm ready, baby. Just bring it on.
You know, we're gonna get back to this
Just
one after the first break. Bring it on, ladies.
Just bring it on. Just bring it on. Just bring it on. Just bring it on. Just bring it on.
back in the next segment. We're gonna give us lineup of the English Premier League sports.
Such a long time
and all that's happening.
since I've had you on my mind. I never knew this love could be so true. You made my heart skip several beats. Yes, you swept me off my feet. I'm head over heels in love, and there's no retreat. You can tell by the way you see me glow that my love has overflowed.
It's the Everybody Sale at New Budget Supplies. Do-it-yourself professionals and contractors. This is the sale for you. Lumber, steel, dress and form ply, water tanks, pumps, PVC pipes and fittings, toilets, bathtubs, vanities and basins, windows, paint, doors, floor and wall tiles, thin sets and grout. Up to 20% off selected items. 195 Hagleyburg Road. Telephone 923-4560. New Budget Supplies. Always the best prices.
Tools, Hardware and Supplies is turning up the heat this summer with their super saving summer sale. Prices are slashed on everything you need to fix up your home. Beautiful tiles, sleek doors, top quality windows, modern sanitary ware, exclusive flooring and more. At Tools, Hardware and Supplies, we have you covered for the summer.
So come visit us at 279 Spanish Town Road, 4 South Camp Road, 8 Red Hills Road,
or online at toolsja.com.
Tools!
The Lion King of Hardware.
Oh, Jamaica, rise, we're built with fire, passion and vibes, and through it all, there's a glow inside. Let's keep our shine alive.
From the market to the factory floors, from the hillside green to golden shores.
We're reaching heights, our energy that lights the sky.
JPS, powering what matters.
Welcome back to the second segment. I'm gonna get into some, some fixtures for the sports that's coming up. Football, English Premier League. On another note, horse racing, the once rich, ultra rich, money diamond mile that was on the racing calendar as a term based on some meeting that was held by Supreme Ventures Limited, Solomon Sharp, announcing that the Diamond Mile will be back on the calendar this year, but it won't be in December again. It's going to be sometime in the summer. It was priced from $50 million up, but as I heard, it's going to be a little more, and it's going to be in the summer between June, July of this year. So the rich Diamond Mile is not going to mix up with the Muti Mile at the latter stage of it. It's going to be a mid thing. So I think the trainers are going to get their horses ready, 3-year-olds and older horses, for this one before the Muti Mile that is going to be later down this year. So that's interesting news from Caymanas Park. And again, you can listen on the Winner's Edge. I mean, the Big People show right after this with Welsh Shooter and Dr. Paul Wright giving you tipping the racing winners for this weekend races at Caymanas Park. Okay, so I'm gonna do some. See if I can go straight into the fixtures of the English Premier League. Gonna get back to that song by Lady Tia. Let us see if we can give you the fixtures. Yes. Let's see what's happening in the English Premier League where the matches are going to be some knockout. I don't know what are the fixtures this week. All right, look. I don't know which match is this, but I think it's a cup match. Chelsea won today. Beaten Hull City, yes, by 4 goals. Let me see what's for Saturday tomorrow. I think it's cup matches this weekend. I think more or less, not the English Premier League. Sorry about that. Okay. Gonna have Manchester City playing Salford City. I think it's the FA Cup. I think the 4th round matches are these. All right, let us switch. Find out what's happening in the NBA. I think they're on a break today. I think so. I think it's All-Star Weekend. Yes. NBA's on a break. Let's see what's happening. All-Star game gonna be on Sunday, February 15th. Team 2 and Team 1. Yes, it's from the East and the West. All right, so the All-Star game is on the weekend. And you can see the best of the NBA in action stars playing these 2 games. And, it's a lot of scores is going to be scoring in these match between the West and the East. So I think the league have taken a break until All-Star Weekend and then go back to the regular season before the playoff begins. All right, so far for the NBA, let us take a look at some cricket. All right, ICC Men's T20 World Cup. All right, Australia 146 of 19.3 overs. Zimbabwe 169 for 2. Zimbabwe won by 23 runs. That is an upset. Zimbabwe beating Australia by 23 runs, 169 for 2. So the thing is, the batting is going on. The other match you have Canada, 157 of their 20 overs, and United Arab Emirates 151 for 5 of 19.4 overs. That's with 2 balls to spare, winning by 5 wickets. Right? United Arab Emirates won by 5 wickets. Now the match now, USA 196 for 6 of 20 overs, and the Netherlands just bowled out 103 in 15.1 overs. The United States won by 93 runs, and I guess this USA team is like a second Indian team, I can say. All right, let's see other match that is coming up. Okay. Saturday, Ireland will be playing Oman, and you're going to have England versus Scotland, New Zealand versus South Africa. That is Saturday the 14th. Sunday the 15th now, the West Indies will be playing Nepal. That's an early match, Jamaica time. USA will be playing Namibia, and India will be playing Pakistan in the ICC Men's T20 World Cup. Yeah, those are some of the fixtures there on the weekend in the cricket. Okay, and you're gonna have some of the meets that are taking place. The all-comers meet. The athletes are preparing for the Gibson Relay in 2 weeks' time. I know that schools are not at their peak at this time, but they're going to try to peak for boys and girls championship. But you're going to see some big performance coming up in the Gibson Relay And you can predict from there and see who are in the best shape going into Boys and Girls Athletics Championship, which will be next month. But I know it's going to be hard to topple Kingston College, who are enjoying a winning streak there. We are talking about JC with their long distance program, but I don't see them having the all-round team to close the gap on this Kingston College outset, which should continue to dominate champs. So yes, we're gonna have some 1 and 2 individual performances. You can look out in the class 2 100 meters there between KC and this young prodigy. I don't remember which school, but he's looking good, running some decent times for class 2. So it's gonna be pretty interesting. Yes, there's gonna be the Commonwealth game, but I don't see anyone is saying anything about it. It's going to be in Glasgow, England later this year, right? You're going to have the European Championships and all of that, and you're going to have the running on the Diamond League, and of course the World Relays for those who qualify for next year's World Championship and so forth. So it's going to be an interesting track and field season. All right, so much for sports. Anything that's gonna come up? Yes, I'll give it to you before getting out of here. Gonna go back to that music there. Bring It On by Lady Tia. All right. Oh yes.
Hey baby, let's make sweet love together. Bring it on. It's been a long, long time since I've embraced someone like you, for I never knew this love existed before. You make my heart skip several beats. Yes, you swept me off my feet. I'm head over heels in love, and there's no retreat. You can tell by the way you see me glow that my love has overflowed. The vibes I feel right now, it's all because of you. Said you wanna wrap me up and keep me warm. Give me good love from dusk till dawn. I'm ready, baby. Just bring it on. Come take my hand and let us go to where we've never been before.
Lady Tia.
You and me, baby, lost in ecstasy. Whisper sweet words in my ears. Show me how much you care. Just keep on holding me. Let's live out this fantasy. You can tell by the way you see me glow that my love has overflowed. The vibes I feel right now, it's all because of you. Said you wanna wrap me up and keep me warm. Give me good love from dusk till dawn. I'm ready, baby. Just bring it on. 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 Such a long, long time since I've had you on my mind. I never knew this love could be so true. You made my heart skip several beats. Yes, you swept me off my feet. I'm head over heels in love, and there's no retreat. You can tell by the way you see me glow that my love has overflowed. The vibes I feel right now, it's all because of you. Said you wanna wrap me up and keep me warm. Give me good love from dusk till dawn. You know I'm ready, so bring it on. Come take my hand and let us go to where we've never been before. You and me, baby, lost in ecstasy. Whisper sweet words in my ears. Show me how much you care. Keep on holding me. Let's live out this fantasy. You can tell by the way you see me glow that my love has overflowed. The vibes I feel right now, it's all because of you. You wanna wrap me up and keep me warm. Give me good love from dusk till dawn.
I want you to know from Vanya Colors, Eyes Wide Open. Yeah, but I love that one, you. From VC, Vanya Colors.
Die. Rastafari. I say people are dead, every day I bloodshed. This is no pretense. The way the world I run red, so me read a Psalm 123. I watch your Babylon, them have no mercy. Today for me, tomorrow for you. Do what you please and I do what I do. Mind my own business. Write and sing my song. But I need no gang Selassie teachings level 1. The time we're living in them always scared.
Why?
The Lord is my rock, whom shall I fear?
Say your prayers for me. Say your prayers for you. Eyes wide open.
Time we're living in is total sin. Yeah. Then pick you up and fling you down
like bin.
Say a prayer for me. I say a prayer for you. Many a times we hear the youths them a ball. Hunger, depression, I eat a crowd. Racism, brutality. You a lot of people now have no money. The time we living in them always scared. Boy, the Lord is my rock, whom shall I fear? Say a prayer for me. I say a prayer for you.
Eyes wide open.
Let the hunger be fed. Let the naked be clothed. Let the homeless be sheltered. Rastafari and I.
VC, Vanya Colors.
I see people are dead. Every day I bloodshed. This is no pretense. Where the world I run red. So me read a Psalms 123 and watch your Babylon. Them have no mercy. Today for me, tomorrow for you. Do what you please and I do what I do. Mind my own business, write and sing my song. But I need no gang Selassie teachings level 1. The time we're living in them always scared. Why? The Lord is my rock, whom shall I fear? Say a prayer for me. I say a prayer for you. Eyes wide open. Time we're living in is total sin. Yeah. Then pick you up and fling you down like bin. Say a prayer for me. I say a prayer for you. Give thanks, Almighty Father. Vanya Colors, they are all a order. Strictly roots and culture. I and I say one love Rasta. Time we living in them always scared. Boy, the Lord is my rock, whom shall I fear? Say a prayer for me. I say a prayer for you. Eyes wide open. Time we living in is total sin. Yeah. Then pick you up and fling you down like bin. Say a prayer for me. I say a prayer for you. Eyes wide open.
Aye. Yes, man. Reaching out to the man and call him Simon Splinter. Keep away from trouble.
You're not learning. Life is facts of concerning.
Be good.
Be good. Do you what I say? Today is a day. Do you what I say? Sing along.
Keep away from trouble.
I know the you militants keep the peace down. Stay away from war. The negative vibes make you no dead your star. Keep away from trouble. I know the you militants keep the peace down. Stay away from war. The negative vibes make you no dead your star. Eyes to seize and wonders and grudge. I see clear the wicked heart now no love. Some come with bad mind and some come with grudge. They make like a fudge, they make like a fudge. If I love them I preach it suitable. If I war some soft like fruitable. Rasta man's got no war, bingy man pick no trouble. Whoa, 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 sing along.
Keep away from trouble.
I know the you militants keep the peace down. Stay away from war. The negative vibes make you no dead your star. Keep away from trouble. I know the you militants keep the peace down. Stay away from war. The negative vibes make you no dead your star. Definitely, prophets reveal.
Who can hear definitely will feel
something there.
Your body must be make out of steel. You own a black brother.
Execute
for me.
Sing along with me, yeah.
Keep away from trouble.
I know the you militants keep the peace down.
Stay away from war. The negative vibes make you dead, yes sir.
Keep away from trouble. I know the you militants keep the peace down. Stay away from war. The negative vibe make you no dead, yes sir. The positive vibe could have never negative. The negative vibe could have never positive. The positive vibe make the youth them stay alive.
The positive vibe, get to youth.
You open up your eyes.
Open up your eyes.
The positive vibe, get to youth them a flirt. The positive vibe, black people have to earn.
Sing along with him.
Keep away from trouble. I know the you militants keep the peace. Stay away from war. The negative vibe make you no dead, yes sir. Keep away from trouble. I know the you militants keep the peace down. Stay away from war. The negative vibe make you no dead, yes sir.
Yeah, that one, the man, of course, Simon Splinter. Watch, I want to know what him call from the man from Trenchtown Jungle himself. Him call him Ayawata.
We're ready. We're ready now. Ah, boy. Sure. Wanna better? No when fi talk, no when fi build, no when fi humble, no when fi chill, no when fi send Jack and Dill go up the hill, cause we no want no blood spill. No when fi talk, no when fi build, no when fi humble, no when fi chill, no when fi send Jack and Dill go up the hill, cause we no want no blood spill. Cause them a liar down wicked and thief in a suit. Diploma and masters no learn them recruit. Them wicked and cold heart a whole about their throats. Them said them man not rebel with the bow and salute. We have to make some money and go put that to use. Buy a couple cement and black bill me roof. House with the wife so me can get me yachts. Lies not the thing so me can get fish out.
Better. No when fi talk, no when fi bill, no when fi humble, no when fi chill.
No when fi
spread the word, Ayawata.
Cause we no want no blood spill.
Only better.
No when fi talk, no when fi bill, no when fi humble, no when fi chill. Know when fi send your candle go up the hill, cause we no want no blood spill. Them say
poverty, greed, crime.
Are the same dirty dirt tree breed lime. Yet still give them gun fi be like. Then send them COVID fi we decline. But we put up resistance, we no weak like. Them information bucket, we no leak like. Them in a jacket and tie, you come and speak like. Them in a darkness, them better seek light. Gonna better know when fi talk, know when fi build, know when fi humble, know when fi chill, know when fi send your candle go up the hill, cause we no want no blood spill. Gonna better know when fi talk, know when fi build, know when fi humble, know when fi chill, know when fi send your candle go up the hill, cause we no want no blood spill. Informer fi dead, them fi dead, them a human being. You better watch where you spread. Same thing we reach, why same thing I read. Say, as a little man I explain your one, but see me, him life in a jeopardy, him daughter beg. Police knock him up and take him out time bed. Him I explain the situation about friend. We bust a fight last week, me never know same dead officer. Know when fi talk, know when fi build, know when fi humble, know when fi chill, know when fi send your candle go up the hill, cause we no want no blood spill. On better, know when fi talk, know when fi build, know when fi humble, know when fi chill, know when fi send your candle go up the hill, cause we no want no blood spill. Cause them a liar down wicked and tape in a suit. Diploma and masters to learn them recruit. Them wicked and cold out to hold back the truth. Them said them are not rebel with the power salute. We have to make some money and go put that to use. Buy a couple cement and black bill me roof. House with the wife so me can get me youth. Lies not the things so me can get fish out. Better know when fi talk, know when fi build, know when fi humble, know when fi chill, know when fi send your candle go up the hill, cause we no want no blood spill. But better know when fi talk, know when fi build, know when fi humble, know when fi chill, know when fi send your candle go up the hill, cause we no want no blood spill.
All right, man himself, Ayawater. But I want to give another one, a brand new one from Garfield, aka King Malakia.
Edda Virgo, it Melody Records.
King Malakia.
Make sure that you're drinking from the fountain of life. Hey. Cause if you're not, you're gonna pay the price. Whoa. So my bone a lot of ganja, so my drink a lot of liquor, so my hide behind gun, hoping for the freedom to come. For thy show as the sun is shining and the rain fall from the sky. We all have to give account for all the works we have done. Tell me where you're running to. I really wanna where you're running to, yeah. You cannot hide from yourself and the deeds you have done. Where are you running to? Tell me where you're running to, yeah. We all have to face our judgment for all the deeds we have done. Hey, the Father gave us His creation for us to be happy and unite.
Hey man, this one from King Malakia taking us up to the second break.
But I see so much devastation, cause we are not drinking from the fountain of life. And all around I see so many wounded hearts.
Yes, I'm going to come back, of course, with which one I call Money Friends. I'm going to come back again with Conception Espinosa. I know all of that is coming up in the third and final segment. So watch this one from King Malakia taking you out to the break.
Crying in darkness, cause vanity is tearing them apart. Tell me where you're running to. I really wanna where you're running to, yeah. You cannot hide from yourself and the deeds you have done. Where are you running to? I wanna know where you're running to, yeah. We all have to face our judgment for all the deeds we have done. Hey, lace up your shoes and buckle up your belt, cause life more than material wealth. You're supposed to be your brother's keeper, but you are fighting to be superior. But every works of darkness, I know my friend will melt. Wake up, wake up, wake up. You can't run, you can't hide. Tell me where you're running to. I really wanna know where you're running to, yeah. You cannot hide from yourself and the deeds you have done. Where are you running to? I really wanna know where you're running to, yeah. We all have to face our judgment for all the deeds we have done. Hey, no for bone a lot of gun.
It's the Everybody Sale at New Budget Supplies. Do-it-yourself professionals and contractors. This is the sale for you. Lumber, steel, dress and form ply, water tanks, pumps, PVC pipes and fittings, toilets, bathtubs, vanities and basins, windows, paint, doors, floor and wall tiles, thin sets and grout. Up to 20% off selected items. 195 Hagleyburg Road. Telephone 923-4560. New Budget Supplies. Always the best prices.
Tools, Hardware and Supplies is turning up the heat this summer with their super saving summer sale. Prices are slashed on everything you need to fix up your home. Beautiful tiles, sleek doors, top quality windows, modern sanitary ware, exclusive flooring and more. At Tools, Hardware and Supplies, we have you covered for the summer.
So come visit us at 279 Spanish Town Road, 4 South Camp Road, 8 Red Hills Road,
or online at toolsja.com.
Tools!
The Lion King of Hardware.
Oh, Jamaica eyes were built with fire, passion and vibes, and through it all there's a glow inside. Let's keep our shine alive.
From the market to the factory floors, from the hillside green to golden shores,
we're reaching heights, our energy that lights the sky.
JPS, power in what matters.
Alright, before I touch back the music, there was a bit of item I had left out, which is very important to the world of sports and entertainment, and the domino players. I just want to point out Mug. Mug gave Shantamar 10-0 last week Sunday. Shantamar from Lynx get 10 love from Mug. Oh my Shantamar a long time in the list, you know. Good player, you know. Don't know who named Mug or so. But let me give you the matches for this Sunday, the 15th of February. Yes, okay. It's gonna be Lynx United. All match start 12 o'clock. Lynx United will be playing Nuggerhead, and this is gonna take place, of course, at 2 Port Henderson Road, Bayside. Match start at 12 o'clock. Then you're going to have Right Stuff. They're going to play Correctional Service. And this is at my friend place, that is Back Road, Portmore again. Then you're going to have Los Valientes. It's going to play Central United. This is going to take place 25 Myrtle Way, Passage 4. That is off Pacific Drive, right in the Caymanas vicinity area there, across the road, right there. Then you're going to have Rooftop Domino Club versus the unbeaten One Blood Domino Club, and this will be taking place 13, yeah. It's going to take place at St. John Road, St. Catherine. I'm mixing it up, not Mercury. 13, 15, 14, 9. That is Los Valientes will be playing, of course, Central there. And then 13, 15, you have Rooftop Domino Club from St. John Road, St. Catherine will be entertainment One Blood Domino Club out of Portmore. Then you're going to have Land Raiders hosting at One Port Henderson Road. Will be hosting Masterpiece from Old Harbour Road. Then you're going to have the big match, the match of the round, which is going to pit Caribbean Classic will be hosting Bull Bay. That is a tough cracker with the likes of Sour Scream. Ron Lynch don't play for Classic again, but it's going to be a very good match. You can see how that works out there with Caribbean Classic hosting Bull Bay. Then you're going to have Felucci United, One North Street Olaba, who is yet to win a match. Right, they'll be playing Unity Domino Club. Right. Then you're going to have Soursop 3, that is at Waterford Primary. Waterford Primary, they'll be playing Cherry Garden. And then final match, they're going to have Memory Lane hosting Brighton All-Star. All match begins at 12. That is in the Jamaica Domino Federation Portmore Domino League. Okay, the point standing. All right, I can give it a point standing. Okay, let me see if we can give the point standing here. All right, it's Caribbean Classic, 28 points. One Blood, 24 from 6 match. Caribbean Classic, 28 from 7. You have some team haven't played. Bull Bay, 24 from 6. Unity United, 21. Cherry Gardens, 21 from 6. Land Raiders, 20. Los Valientes 17, Brighton All-Star 17, Memory Lane 16, Masterpiece 16, rounding off the top 10. So it's a close race, and you still have 2 unbeaten teams in there. 3, I should say. Caribbean Classic, One Blood, and Bull Bay going into the 8th round this week, this Sunday, in the Portmore St. Catherine Domino League. Okay, so much for that. All right, we were playing, King Malakia, but let's get back to another one. Money Friends, Higher Water. Yes. There's going to be some competitive match, right, this weekend. Mm-hmm. Oh, what's up to this one? Not getting that one. Not getting Money Friends. Let me go, of course, to a cover song by Coney, which is the reggae version of I Know. Not getting nothing here.
I need to own a fancy car. Drive with you around the city.
I'm gonna try back that one for Ayawater. No money friends.
In the palace White House. A simple home is enough for me. I don't need much, only your attention. A hand to hold, to make me feel that I am never alone. I know that you, my life is worth living. I know that you, my life is gonna be just fine. I know that you'll stay big kids with a smile. I don't need to own a fancy car. Drive with you around the city. I don't need to live in the palace White House. A simple home is enough for me. I don't need much, only your attention. A hand to hold, to make me feel that I am never alone. I know that you, my life is worth living. I know that you, my life is gonna be just fine. I know that you'll stay big kids with a smile. I don't really have to worry if some things will work out for me. I don't really have to bother, just as long as you're here with me. I don't need much, only your attention. A hand to hold, to make me feel that I am not alone. I know together we can make our dreams come true. I know through the years we won't be growing old. I know count the stars won't be so hard to do. There will be a lowest time at the end of the tunnel shines. Our love for each other never fails. Baby, I just know, I know, I know, I I don't need much, only your attention. I had to hold, to make me feel that I am not alone.
That one there from Concepcion Espinosa, Coney from the Philippines. Cover song. Check in this one from Intramony. Jaja not sleep.
Well, I intro money. Tell a real thing. We see the world a crumble, and hypocrite a tremble. We not pull together no more. Them not pull together no more. So we a go downstream. And if I get a better dream, just because of vanity, we are place criminality. But Jaja not sleep, Jaja not sleep, no not all him not sleep. Jaja not sleep, not sleep, no not all him not sleep. Jaja not sleep, no sleep, no not all him not sleep. Jaja not sleep, not sleep, no not all him not. The rubbing, the babe and the suckling, call them the thief of the system. They don't care who is suffering, but Jai's gonna set us free. No, we pain will never go unpunished. You know I see we are flourish, while we malnourish, staying like rubbish. But Jaja not sleep, Jaja not sleep, no not all him not sleep. Jaja not sleep,
intro money.
Not sleep, no not all him not sleep. Jaja not sleep, no sleep, no not all him not sleep. Jaja not sleep, not sleep, no not all him not sleep. The hurt will change, and they will all act strange. Tell them say come on real star, bring you back to the tar. The hurt is a lot, yeah. And if you go like your hard, cut your heart like a whole card. You no play now, you no play no. The ruler of creation.
Yeah, man, the one from man from St. Thomas, the designer man himself, you know, Intre Money. I'll try this one here now. I'm not getting through to that one here, I'm gonna try it back again.
But you're not learning.
Not that one. Get this one here now.
Every community have them. As you start make money, them want to be your friend. But as you run out of money, you want binoculars to find them. Money friends, first mother floppy nigga them. Money friends, how could I ever trust them? Money friends, me no want to in and nothing with them, so me give them 10 out of 10. Fi sell out again. Money friends, first mother floppy nigga them. Money friends, how could I ever trust them? Money friends, me no want to in and nothing with them, so me give them 10 out of 10. Fi sell out again. When nothing nah go on, me no see where them turn. Yo, when me friends them there, and me no see where them turn. Me baby mother, she never stop. Give me bun all me parent pee. Me no see where him run. Me pick me them a jeer me. A tell me say me done. Me no come out a day because me afraid of them tongue. Yo, just coulda kill me every day me lie down. So me turn to Jaja and me life turn. Money friends, first mother floppy nigga them. Money friends, how could could I ever trust them? Money friends. Me no want to in and not no with them, so me give them the note of 10. Fi sell out again. Money
Yes,
friends.
fire water.
Mother floppy nigga them money friends. How could I ever trust them? Money friends. Me no want to in and not no with them, so me give them the note of 10. Fi sell out again. Just money or things is like friends no exist. Them nah hang around fi share the hardship. As the money run out, them take the exit. With a bag of sweet talk and one bag of chip, but with a chapter idea was well equipped. Pray to Jah and the answer come quick. See me there, you know what me a flash sweet lyric. This one African because this a no gimmick. Money friends, verse mother floppy nigga them money friends. How could I ever trust them? Money friends. Me no want to in and not no with them, so me give them the note of 10. Fi sell out again. Money friends, verse mother floppy nigga them money friends. How could I ever trust them? Money friends. Me no want to in and not no with them, so me give them the note of 10. Fi sell out again. Now me life it a shine bright just like the sun. Money a run like River Jordan come down. Gyal a run me down with me, them want settle down. Or call me black chocolate, them hot bubble gum. Ready fi deal with me fi get a lump sum, but them can't get a cherry, much less a plum. No friends can never ever bring me down because of money. Me know them a run down. Money friends, Bruce mother floppy nigga them money friends. How could I ever trust them? Money friends. Me no want to in and not no with them, so me give them 10 out of 10. Fi sell out again. Money friends, Bruce mother floppy nigga them money friends. How could I ever trust them? Money friends.
Money friends. Yeah, man, when things rough and you don't see nobody, you not reach out, them not keep in touch to say what going on, and them just only when you have things, they say, hey, come in, my friend, Harry. But when things tough, my God, them disappear like a hot red stripe beer. All right. This one was a favorite back then, you know, and it's still a favorite now from Barry Back, you know, not coming home. Barry Back. Yes, the veteran in the business, man, Barry Back.
You get what you deserve. Beating the girls, them. You know on this day she's gonna walk away. She could be my daughter. Cook and wash and clean. Make you feel good at night. Barry Back, I talk to you. You're gonna miss her. She not coming home tonight. She not coming home tonight. You don't know to treat a woman. You beat her with all your might. She not coming home tonight. She not coming home tonight. Not another night. I what she coulda do make you a beater. And you want make love look later. Things did you right when you did meet her. Now you want beat her like your daughter. Your intention just to ill-treat her. Long time she say you a misleader. She find a man with love and keep her. That the man nah ill-treat her. She not coming home tonight. She not coming home tonight. You don't know to treat a woman. You beat her with all your might. She not coming home tonight. She not coming home tonight. Not another night. Tell a boy, him a woman beater. Beat up the girl and I call her traitor. She put up her face and she got a doctor. She run left the yard like Shelly and Fraser. You beat her with all your might. I gotta give her some love tonight. You love to fuss and fight, but me love to lay pipe. She not coming home tonight. She not coming home tonight. You don't know to treat a woman. You beat her with all your might. She not coming home tonight. She not coming home tonight. Not another night.
Yes, man.
You is a parasite. Every girl come out your yard. Them have you fly away like a kite. You call on phone but you're sorry. Sorry, it's too late. I'm sending some officer tomorrow to take out a suitcase. You ever try to disrespect the guy looking at your rotten face? Not another night. She not coming home tonight. She not coming home tonight. You don't know to treat a woman. She not coming home tonight. She not coming home tonight. She not coming home tonight. Not another night. Not another. Nada. Nada.
Not coming home tonight of Barback. I want you from the man then call himself Astro. Yeah, man. Veteran in the business, Barback. I can't expect to see him more. Astro. Shadow Sky 02. Yeah, man, one of the artists who are coming up on the anniversary show, Astro. I have one more now. We then call, you know, AI taking over. AI, the same artist here, Astro. Look what people on our anniversary show. Taking us off is this, of course. You have to strong up in this. Raiding Brian. Yeah, man. Randy B. Yeah, man. Strong up in this. Gonna just take us out. And today, you know, I just want to just give thanks.
Babylon going down.
I want to just give thanks to, of course, my listeners. I know you're dead, you know. I want to reach out to the man, DJ Spiceman. And of course, the DJ there, you know, with Mikey Crucial, all of them guys are up at Union Square, you know, so we're looking out for you when Baseline Mondays are going to start back and we're going to do the thing leading up to the anniversary. Yes, and a lot more. So, and of course, I want to say again, you know, happy Valentine's to those who have them loved ones, including myself. Yes, it's going to be an active weekend where a lot of gifts are going to exchange and a lot of things are going to happen. So, you know, keep it love, keep it real, be safe on the weekend. It is about the preservation of life and just take care and make sure everything go the way how you plan it. Without any injury, without anything. Just pray to the Father, give thanks. Pray always when you're leaving out. When you're going to work, when you know, anything, you just put God first at all times, yes. And may the grace of God be with us. So we're going to leave out this one, of course, with Strong Up with Raiding Randy Bryan. Coming up after this is the Big People Business, of course, with Dr. Paul Wright and Well Suter telling about the racing at Kenmas Park.
beat. Babylon them a base and them a beat. You know a long man kinda try roll this, but no man no greater than Jah. Are they ready to talk? Hey, Selsa, tell them man stand up inna this, come on, strong up inna this. Babylon want take the right and give man wrong up inna this. Them invent them large yellow all lock up inna this. But get a youth, them not go see a pack up inna it. But I make it the and boot and make a chad up inna this. Inna Babylon face the fire land up inna this. Tell them man I go smoke a coke man a ganja man up inna this. Bunny eagle and the bear and the dragon up inna this. Them no straight from long time. Be a wickedness them do to mankind, and them feel like so that's fine. But Babylon you can't stop life, cause them no straight from long time. Be a wickedness them go to mankind, and them feel like so that's fine. But Babylon you can't stop life. This was written in the Old Testament. Babylon system surely go melt, and all of the wickedness them where them invent. The devil them a praise and feel like say them have strength time longer than rope. So go and give them live. Them and them riches and them gold surely go melt. To enjoy intervene, them gone to my hell. Mystery Babylon you a go melt, cause them no straight from long time. Be a wickedness them do to mankind, and them feel like say that's fine. But Babylon you can't stop life, cause them no straight from long time. Be a wickedness then go to mankind, and them feel like say that's fine. But Babylon you can't stop life. Tell them man stand up inna this, come on strong up inna this. Babylon want take the right and give man wrong up inna this. Them invent them large yellow all lock up inna this. But get a youth, them not go see a pack up inna this.
It's the Everybody Sale at New Budget Supplies. Do-it-yourself professionals and contractors. This is the sale for you. Lumber, steel, dress and form ply, water tanks, pumps, PVC pipes and fittings, toilets, bathtubs, vanities and basins, windows, paint, doors, floor and wall tiles, thin sets and grout. Up to 20% off selected items. 195 Hagleyburg Road. Telephone 923-4560. New Budget Supplies. Always the best prices.
Tools, Hardware, Supplies is turning up the heat this summer with their super saving summer sale. Prices are slashed on everything you need to fix up your home. Beautiful tiles, sleek doors, top quality windows, modern sanitary ware, exclusive flooring and more. At Tools, Hardware, Supplies, we have you covered for the summer.
So come visit us at 279 Spanish Town Road, 4 South Camp Road, 8 Red Hills Road,
or online at toolsja.com.
Tools!
The Lion King of Hardware.
Oh, Jamaica eyes were built with fire, passion and vibes, and through it all there's a glow inside. Let's keep our shine alive.
From the market to the factory floors, from the hillside green to golden shores,
we're reaching heights, our energy that lights the sky.
JPS, powering what matters.
Yes, well, it's time for big people's business, you know, and, you know, this is where you have to stay on Fridays if you want to win big money at the track. So I now hand you over to the two experts, Dr. Paul Wright and trainer Well Suter.
Thank you very much, Desmond. And to the listeners, welcome to Rubber Radio, your racing station on a Friday, 5:30 p.m. The Doc Amber Trainer. Reviewing races at Kimanas Park, Saturday, the 14th of February. And that is a day for lovers. And we know you're going to love racing when we're through with you. And the first race is known as the I Love February. And we have 10 races on tap. I Love February. I hope that they have a nice trophy to give to the winner of that one with some little goodies for those that came first, second, third, and fourth. I know that is an extra expense, and Supreme Venture is not so happy with extra expenses, but I Love February and Valentine's Day. I hope that they have plans to make this into a special red, the day of red, and flowers and gifts for all the people involved in race number one, especially those that come in the first four places. So that is race number one. The other big race is race number 9, and that is the Reggae Month Trophy. That race is for open allowance horses going 5 furlongs straight. Only 7 of them will go to the post. The starting gate will come right over to the near post, so not taking away much from the inside horse, and every horse has about equal chances in that one. The first race, the I Love February, is a 3-year-old maiden race, and we have 8 starters going to the post. And just to remind everybody that the first race is due to get off at 11:35 a.m., a little later than that, because, racing don't really start on time. With about 5 to 12 or so, we'll get the first race on the way, but we'll have a good day at the track. Valentine's Day, I Love February, to start off the program. The first race, as I said, a main condition race for native bred 3-year-olds. 8 of them are declared, and we have the Reggae 6 started here. We'll find the winners of the first week's races on the program. And just to remind you again, as I do every week, the formula for having the first 6 winners on the program: your selection, my selection, and Well Suited selection. When we have all 3, you have a banker and much more opportunities to put other horses in your exotic bets and to come away with a nice little dividend on the Reggae 6. The betting opportunities in the first race: double exacta, Quinella, Transpector, Superfector, no high five, but please remember the lucrative rolling triple. 8 went to the post. Here are my top 4 in race number 1. Number 3, El Capitan. That is Amelia McLean, riding much better recently. He now has only 2 rides from 28 start, but I'm impressed. I think he's improving every time I see him. He rides this one for Alfred Brown, who trains for his brother Garfield. Number 4 is Red 32, Chris Mambine in the saddle for Gary Griffiths, who is on a roll. He has some good ones at some nice prices. Number 6 is Gulfstream Cat, Shane Ellis, the Canterman, overweight. Well, Carl Anderson, owner trainer of this one. Carl has removed the blinkers of this one after having come out with Phil Parchment the last time at 9-1 and made no move whatsoever after walking out the box. But Carl has put the blinkers, removed the blinkers of this one. And number 7, Mr. Carter, first time starter with DeMar Williams in the saddle, and he's riding one for Barrington Bernard. I've left out London Spirit with Robert Halliday. This is over 7 furlongs, and this one will get the journey. And I know Robert Halliday is going to come back. This is 57 kilos, and I have a little problem with that weight. But I'm going now with my first winner of the day at a very good price. Restream Cat. The owner is the trainer, is the breeder, and he has asked the Canterman to be overweight. Number 6, Gulfstream Street, to get the better of number 3, El Capitan. Well, Suter, race number 1. What say you? Well, our first time starter number 7, Mr. Carter. Mr. Carter is a very big bulky horse and look, a cut better than me. And his debut, I think he should make a winning start. I'm going to go 7-1. 7-1 for me. London Spirit, train well for this race and running good. I think he'll be the bridesmaid again. 7-1 for me. 7-1 for Well Suter in this one. And he said this one is a horse first thing for the first time. Looks good. And I've been doing some nice things on the exercise track. The mill called 5 furlongs in 103.2. That was back on the 31st of January. Second race on the program is all 7 furlongs of 1,400 meters. This time for 5 years and up, 9 winners of 3, only 6 declared here. And the catch 9 starts here, where you find the winners of the first 9, the second 9 races in the program, starting at race 2. And we have a nice little carryover there of $370,000. Here are my top 3 in race number 2. Number 2, Amazing Force, the favorite, Donna Baby, and Baba Nunes teaming up for this one. Banadia Racing Stables and Anthony Nunes own this one, but I noticed Baba Baby having a lot of starts with horses over by Anthony Nunes, so I think that is a good sign. We see how this one runs. Number 1 is Successful Mind, but Sneaky Fox does very well in the early days at the track. He always comes in and have 2 or 3 winners before we reach race 4. He rides this one as well, Errol Burke. And number 4, that is Palace, Richie Shakes, Ice Apprentice, slipping 2 kilos off 52 to go at 50 for Barry Bernard. So 2, 1, and 4, the favorite is better than this group. And I'm going to number 2, Amazing Force, in race number 2. Yes,
I share your view. This not should be doing much better than what he's actually doing. 2-4 for me.
2-4 in this one for Well Shooter. The third race on the program is over 1 and 5 furlongs straight or 1,000 meters straight. For the 3-year-olds, and our claiming group, 250 to 350,000. Only 6 gain here over this 5 straight. Very odd. I thought we'd have more 3-year-old maiden claimers in this one, but only 6 will be going to the post. The place spot 8 starts here. Remember the formula in the 8 start 8. Place spot 8 is the first 2, even though your horse may come third in the following races and play at Disneyland. If it's not first or second, you won't qualify. The quick 4 starts here, where you have to find a winner of the next 4 races on the program. And there's a nice ticket carryover there of over $196,000. Exacta, double, and trifecta, and that lucrative rolling triple. In race number 3, my top 3 here are number 3, K-Boy, Radish Roman, the Sneaky Fox. He can get these horses to run. Number 4, Dodgers Link with Phil Parchment, the Jab Jockey, 1 win only in February. That is odd. And number 5, the favorite. That is Rum With Me, because I'm told that this one can't lose. And the Beta Harvey's in the saddle. We're looking to go number 4. We got the last 2 times out with Roman and Harvey over 5.5 furlongs. Over the 5 straight is well drawn and should run well. But I like number 4, Dodgers League, to get the better of the favorite, Rum With Me. Race number 3, Well Suitor. What say you?
Doc, you know, this is for 3-year-olds and up. Amen. But the youngest horse is 8 years old, Doc. I'm going to go with me. 5-3 for me. 5-3. The favorite should win this. 5-3. Rum from K-Boy.
The favorite should win this one, as pointed out. There's a very, I missed that. 3-year-olds enough, but 8-year-old horses running in this one. And Well Suitor is playing with number 5, Rum With Me, the favorite that should be able to get away from this group in race number 3. The 4th race on the program is over 5 furlongs the plate. They won't move the plates, as this is for the claiming group, 600 to 700,000. Only 8 are going to the post. Double Exacta, Quinella, Trifecta, and the early 5-star starts here. No high 5 yet, and we're looking forward to the first high 5. But in race number 4, here are my top 4. Number 2, J Speed, Shane Gordon, nice little apprentice. He only has 1 winner so far this year, and we are in February. So look for this one to run a good race. Number 1 is Kelowna. USA bred with Jubil Pinnock. Jubil Pinnock reminds me of Phil Parchment, that job jockey. He gets the job done. So you can count on him to give everything for Oral Hayden, who trains a Carol Campbell in this one. So number 1, Kelowna. Number 2, J Speed. Number 4 is Dream to Reality with Dane Dawkins, the most improved jockey. The most improved jockey at the park, and that is in race number 4 and number 6. And that is the back dancer a big horse that has been keep winning all this time. So in race number 4, 2, 4, 6, and 7, I believe the race is between the favorite Hot Dance and number 4, Dream to Reality. Dane Dawkins versus Radish Roman. Look for an exciting finish. I'm giving the edge to the champion, Hot Dancer, to get the better of Dream to Reality in race number 4.
Right. I'm going to go to the Hot Dancer to get the top number 8, posing already. 68.
Hot Dancer to get the better of posing already, that's 6 to beat 8. Turn you the page quickly to get to race number 5. This race is over 5 furlongs straight. They're keeping everybody right down there. A maiden condition knows that this time for 5-year-olds and up. And 8 are going to the post, and the Twilight 6 starts here. So if you keep missing out on the exotic bets, you have another chance here. The winners of the next 6 races on the program. 8 will be going to the post, still no high five. From the 4 of them, my top 4 here in race number 5, I'm telling you quickly about that. Number 2, and that's Blinding Light. Number 4, God of Thunder. Number 5, Oh My Gosh. And number 7, Javon Prince. Barely used this jockey. He's riding this one for platform Girlie the Butcher. So 2, 4, 6, and 7. And I believe that God of Thunder has the edge on this one. And it's not an easy edge. It's a big edge. Well drawn in the middle. My cook food special for tomorrow. God of Thunder. Eric Horton and Linton Calder teaming up for this one. Red Suitor, race number 5.
Yes, because the paper God of Thunder took the winner, but the God of Thunder loves to run on the rail. And he tried to run on the rail. If he gets to the rail early, he'll win. So I'm going to go with 4. And the outside of the day is Warrior Stamp, number 8. 4-8 for me.
4 and 8 with this one, and we're going to keep a very good look at Warrior Stamp. Tajay Soku, excellent apprentice, he's riding that one, and that one should be the outsider of the day with Well Suitor. Race number 6 is over 7 furlongs up, 1,400 meters. For 5-year-olds and up, this must be none of those 2, 10. Going to the post, and at last, we have Double, Exactor, Quinella, Trifecta, Superfecta, High Five, the lucrative rolling triple, and the late 5 stars starts here. And that are betting opportunities for you to make sure that you leave the track with cash. Here are my top 4 in race number 6. Number 2, Chesney, USA bred with Dane Dawkins for Stephen Dodd. Good to see Stephen Dodd. I'm going for Dane Dawkins. That means that this one has a very live chance in race number 6. Turning the page quickly, the next one I'm going to be talking about is race number 5, Don't Tell Lulu. This apprentice, Anthony Farina, he rides this one for Howard Bailey, who trains for Patrick McKenzie. Look for this one at a good price to run a good race. Number 8 is Bubbling Brown Sugar. Lamar Williams and Rand Darby should be the favorite going into this one. And number 9, Golden Lawyer with Yabdaban. I haven't been in a race already. He has been having a bad time. But when he comes good, he's going to come good with a bang. And I think that Golden Lawyer should be able to get away from this crowd. And I'm going to select Golden Lawyer to get the better of the favorite, Bubbling Brown Sugar in race number 6. Well Suitor, race 6.
We got 3 horses, Bubbling Brown Sugar, Golden Lawyer, and Spragger. Golden Lawyer should get the better of them. But I'm going to go with 9-1. But we will have a very good race tomorrow. Might just hit the board.
9-1 in this race, and in this race, we know that the number 1 horse will be at a very good price, so keep an eye on that one tomorrow. The 7th race on the program is over 1 mile at 1,600 meters. But in about 4-year-olds and up, non-winners of 3. Only 6 going to the post here. We have Double Exactor, Trifecta, the lucrative rolling triple, and the Strike 4. You have another chance with the last 4 races to have the winners of those 4 races. And please remember the formula. Here are my top 3 in race number 7. Number 1, Not Out, Dane Dawkins. Run away from them the last time at 5-1. Went to the lead and I was worried, but he kept going and ran away from them. Should be able to come back and run a good race, although he's coming back very quickly. For the 24th of January, he did this one. Number 2 is Lockdown with Emilio McLean. Improvement. This time he rides this one for Guy. And number 5 is Starquest. Kevin Foster and Jason Acosta teaming up for Carlton Watson. 55 kilos, Kevin Foster. There's a reason why he has gone for Kevin Foster, and I think it's because Starquest is going to be an easy winner. In place number 7, I'm going to number 5, Starquest. Well, Suter, race 7.
Yes, Doc, I don't know them, Checker, but Starquest is a banker here. Starquest 7.
There's a banker in race number 7. The 8th race on the program is 5.5 furlongs by 1,100 meters. And this one, for 5-year-olds and up, this time 9 winners of 4. 7 are declared to go 5.5 furlongs. Double exacta trifecta and the lucrative rolling triple. Last rolling triple, and you know that carries a monetary payout there of $1 million. So this is a good bet to have the last rolling triple on Valentine's Day at Timberland Farm. 7 went to the post. Here are my top 3 in race number 8. Number 3, Battle Angel, the favorite, Radesh Roman and Baba Nunes. Number 4, Hail the Queen, Christopher Mandine and Ryan Roberts. And number 5, Bushfire, Devin Foster and Anthony Smith. Sneaky Fox and Baba Nunes teaming up for that of good rise, but not seeming to deliver when they could. And I'm leaving off Battle Angel. Will be the favorite, but I'm going to go with number 5, Bushfire, in race number 8 to get the better of the favorite, Battle Angel. Well, Suter, race number 8.
I'm going to go with number 6, My Sunshine. My Sunshine won a very good turn on last. And Francis in the saddle again. My Sunshine should win this. They get the better of Hail the Queen and Battle Angel for third.
My Sunshine, Hail the Queen and Battle Angel. And remember to get those bets on. Battle Angel is number 3 and Hail the Queen is number 4. So it is 6 to get the better of 3 and 4. The ninth race on the program is a feature race. The third running of the Reggae Month Trophy. Open allowance horses, they go 5 furlongs straight or 1,000 meters straight, but only 7 will go to the post. Here are my top 3 in race number 9. Let me start by saying the unfortunate number 3 of a Revolution. Really look up out of class, and I don't know what is happening to this one. Based on the 31st of January, back 2 weeks later, seems to be doing okay at the track, so put this one in your bed. Number 4, that is Zulu Warrior with Demar Williams, excellent apprentice. And number 6, Mac and Roll, that Will Suter gave us at the Little Soup. Last time this one raced at 3-1. 3, 4, and 6. Those are my top ones, but I'm going with the favorite. I think they must have found out what is wrong, and I think Other Revolution will give Sneaky Fox another win in a feature race. And I'm going with Other Revolution. Race number 3, horse number 3 in race number 9. Red Suter, race 3, 9.
And if I from you, Doc, I'm going to go with 5, Mighty Gullies to get better of Money Market and Other Revolution.
573. 573. Remember, folks, Mighty Gully is light as a feather. Light as a feather. And with well drawn, we look for this one to run an excellent race. The 10th and final, the dig out handicap, is over 7 furlongs or 1,400 meters. For the claiming boys, 1.2 to 1.5 million. So 13 of them will go to the post. And what do you get? Another way to come out there. Exacta, Cunella, Trifecta, Superfecta, High Five. And my top 4 in the 10th and final. We're going to start with the favorite, number 7, the head cornerstone, with the Sneaky Fox. Always done well in the last race. And if you look at his last race, right, over the past 3 months, you see what I'm talking about. Number 10 is Razi Bandana, Evan Foster, and Jason Acosta teaming up for this one. Number 11, Whiskey. Hot. There's a lot of good form. Tyrese Anderson gets them out this time. Sneaky Fox has gone for number 7. And number 12, Ability. Anyhow, this horse comes back to himself. It won't be a race. It'll be a little clean in the saddle for Fitzgerald Richard. 7, 10, 11, and 12. I'm going to the favorite. I think the Sneaky Fox on the last race, he has it in the bag. And I'm going to number 7. And that is the head cornerstone to get the last one of the program. Red Suter, the 10th and final.
I'm going to go to 11. 11, 10, 7 for me.
11, 10, 7 in this one. 11 is the Hot Whiskey. is at 3 kilos off the 56.5 to go at 53 for Indian Prince. And this one, people are running 127 and change. Much better. These are mostly 127, 128 horses. So look at this one. Well Shooter has this one as a nice bigger one in the 10th and final. So those of you who tuned in late, we're going to go through the selections for you. And those of you who came in a little late, take out your pens and papers. We're going to go through the selections for you in 10 races. 11:35 is the official start. And here we go. In the first race, I'm going with number 6. Restream Cat. Well Shooter likes number 7, the first timer, Mr. Carter. In the second race, we both like number 2, Amazing Force. In the third race, I'm going to number 4, Dodgy Sling. Well Shooter likes number 5, Run With Me. In race number 4, I'm going to number 6, The Hot Dancer. Well Shooter agrees with me. In race number 5, my selection is number 4, The God of Thunder, my Cook Food Special. Well Shooter agrees with me. In the 6th race, my selection is number 9, and that is the Golden Lawyer. Well Shooter and I agree, but he has a nice kicker outsider in number 1, Disney. USA bred with Dane Dawkins in the saddle. In race number 7, my selection is number 5, and that is Starcrest. Well Shooter agrees with me. In race 8, I'm going to number 5, Bushfire. Well Shooter likes number 6, My Sunshine, with Country Francis in the saddle. In race 8. In race 9, I'm going with number 3, and that of a Revolution. Let's utilize number 5, the Mighty Gully, light as a feather, with Young Sucker in the race. And in the last race, I'm going to number 7, the Head Cornerstone. Let's utilize number 11. And that's Whitley to get the better of Ronnie Bacard. So those are your selectors, bet early and bet often, and tell everybody about racing business, big people business, on the radio of racing, Rebel Radio. Back now to the studio.
Well, thank you, Dr. Paul. Thank you, Well Shooter. Yes. Remember, on Fridays, if you want to win big money, you must stay at Rebel Radio. Yes. Well, that's the end of today's show. Thanks to all my listeners and viewers. Thanks to my technical operator, Kevin. And remember, let us have an accident-free weekend. Take it easy on our roads. Yes. Let us avoid all accidents. And stay safe. The gunmen are still around. Until next week, this is Rebel Radio. I'm Desmond Richards.
Everybody sale at New Budget Supplies. Do-it-yourself professionals and contractors. This is the sale for you. Lumber, steel, dress and form ply, water tanks, pumps, PVC pipes and fittings, toilets, bathtubs, vanities and basins, windows, paint, doors, floor and wall tiles, thin sets and grout. Up to 20% off selected items. 195 Hagleyburg Road. Telephone 923-4560. New Budget Supplies. Always the best prices.
Tools, hardware, and supplies is turning up the heat this summer with their super saving summer sale. Prices are slashed on everything you need to fix up your home. Beautiful tiles, sleek doors, top quality windows, modern sanitary ware, exclusive flooring, and more. At Tools, hardware, and supplies, we have you covered for the summer.
So come visit us at 279 Spanish Town Road, 4 South Camp Road, 8 Red Hills Road,
or online at toolsja.com.
Tools!
The Lion King of Hardware.
Tools, hardware, and supplies is turning up the heat this summer with their super saving summer sale. Prices are slashed on everything you need to fix.
passion and vibes. And through it all, there's a glow inside. Let's keep our shine alive.
From the market to the factory floors, from the hillside green to golden shores.
We're reaching heights, our energy that lights the sky.
JPS, powering what matters.